I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough, I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough, I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck. Everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep. Don't give a fuck, can't stop. Unplug, feeling overwhelmed. I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy. Gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret in front of me. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough, I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough, I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, everybody. Let's see who we got in here tonight. Y'all, I was going to do a live last night, but I got strep throat or something. I don't know what it was, but my throat felt like a bunch of glass was in the back of it. So I switched it around and with some peroxide back there and uh, and soaked it and took me some medicine. And Jinkies went live last night, but I didn't get to go. I mean, I stayed in there just a few minutes and then I went to sleep because I was hurting and woke up. The peroxide did the job. I want to say hello to Miss Chewy and Karen and Sayla and Robin and Wendy and Tammy and Wise Old Lady and Crystal and Lynetta and Tammy Fields and Michelle Tucker and Robin Redmond, Crystal Bambridge, and she called Wildflower, German Shepherd Mom, uh, Kayla and Lee Ray and Hillbilly 29. I think Always Late. I thought I seen Always Late in here too. Um, let's see, Sugar Boom Boom and D Lucky, Crooked Arrow, Frankie, Robin Slacks, Lady Seven Up, Sherry, thank you, Grossy, Taffy, Lucky Charms, Little Dev, I Want Heart Touch too, Sue Lawson, Lady Seven Up, Robin B, Innocent Until Proven Guilty, Snow, Lynetta, Susan Smith, Hello MC and Honest Rage and Karen and Lisa. Hello, Monica. Let's see, Lori, Roger, Spread Love, Innocent Till Proven Guilty. Okay, I will say without typing his, I do not believe anyone followed See Home or Stock Summer. Well, we don't know, you guys. Hello, Selena, Sue Lawson, and let's investigate. You don't lose a child in 2 minutes at home with 5 to 6 people. Well, it happened to me. Let's investigate within 2 to 3 minutes. And if it could happen to me, it could happen to anybody. Hello, Grace Paris. Hello, Diana and Patsy and Myrtle and Lynetta. I mean, I'm not here to like make you all change your mind. I'm just trying to show you all that things like that can happen and the what ifs. Hello, Roan Mountain and Palmy Mommy. Hello, Lynn Big Time. Someone needs to come forth with the God's honest truth and tell TBI or the FBI where Summer really is. Um, well, what if someone took her out of here, you guys? You know, what if somebody did follow and kidnap her? We don't know. Everyone is still a suspect. Hello, Arctic Wolf and Audrey D. And Robin said, honestly, don't care if they say the parents are still suspects. I believe, in my opinion, they had nothing to do with Summer's missing. Hello, Amy Sanchez. Victoria. Hey, pray for our babies around the world. Absolutely. That's a good name right there. Anything can happen. You guys, we went over the traffic in my last live. That stuff is getting worse. Worse. They just had another big bust where they found what 200 kids the other day. And let's not forget Kingsport is not a good place. There's a lot of shady stuff going on in Kingsport. And in Bristol they had a 7-year-old went missing. A grown man tried to take my daughter right in front of my face. Thank you, pray for our babies around the world. There you go. They don't even care anymore. Yeah, but if they had nothing to do with it, they would have been cleared. No one has been cleared. Well, there's a lot of people that's not been cleared, but I think that they need to have new eyes come in and look at this case. None of us have been cleared, and allegedly. True Crime Pals, Crystal O'Gain. Another announced yesterday or the day before. My soul hurts too. Honest rage. No 200 arrest pimps and Johns. Okay, Victoria, thank you. Yeah, you guys, it's everywhere. I believe, as the other trained professional says, the Wells have guilty knowledge, in my opinion. Well, according to what everyone else has said, but you know what? Just what time I've been talking to Don and Candace, I've learned that there's been so many lies, and I've seen a lot of creators lie on them and just make up stuff out of the blue on them. That by me talking to them and me being in this case so long, knowing that it's a darn right out lie and people believe it. So I mean, and I'm one of them. I was guilty of the same thing until I started talking to him myself. No, Grady Judd just arrested over 200 people in sex trafficking. That's what it was. Hey, Shayla. Court TV had a missing girl from there from a year ago. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Kingsport isn't that zombie city. Kingsport's not the greatest though. It's really not the best place to be. Hey, Christine. And let's just not forget about all the RSOs that lived in that area that Don and Candace didn't know anything about. Did C or D ever mention to you, Miss Daisy, why H never got his phone back? I don't think they know either. And I don't know if he did. He may have got it back. But I think we did ask Don that, and he said he didn't know. Just saying, no one's been cleared. I truly believe it was an accident cover up or plan to just, in my opinion. Well, look at baby Athena. And that's something that Christine wanted to go over. I'm going to play some of Christine's video. I know that Christine just released a new video, and I know that it's got all the investigators in there and things that she pointed out that law enforcement said that may look like there has been somebody up there that could have um come up there and took that little baby. Hey, Angel, I like that song you played, Miss Daisy. Who is that? Which one was it that I played? The anxiety one? But what if there was a stalker, you all? What if there was somebody that seen this little baby and that lived very closely and knew that Candace had just got home? What if there was somebody up there hiding out in those woods? What if somebody's been watching them? They can watch somebody for years. I mean, Don and Candace won't be truthers regardless. Sorry, that's facts. You think they are. I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to convince y'all otherwise, because look, for over a year we've all thought that they were not innocent, but what if they are innocent? What if they didn't have anything to do with this? And they're sitting here worrying themselves, and their health is declining because they don't know what to do, because they have been blamed for something that they have not done. Yes, have they made mistakes in their life? Yes. But what if they didn't hurt this baby and they've lost this baby and they've lost their other children and they've lost their pretty much their whole life, and there could be somebody still sitting out here with this baby, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Grady is 2 counties over from me. He takes every case. I wish we had a Grady Judd here in Tennessee. When is everybody going to Hawkins County? I don't know. I haven't planned on going to Hawkins County unless they have another summer's day. Oh yeah, Kingsport is wrapped up in a crime syndicate. Absolutely. There's so many drugs there. It's about like Harlan, Kentucky. Let's see here, you guys. Let me see who else we got in. Miss Daisy, I mean the professional CM, the behavior panel, and Dr. Fields. Those are the professionals with critical backgrounds. I don't okay, Arctic, I love you, but I don't know about Dr. Phil, and I don't know about CM. I've heard some stuff on him. He's made some mistakes. And also the behavior panel, they didn't To me, they neglected to tell everybody when they did the interview with Candus, that Candus had just got a call stating that Summer had been found and was alive. And then they called her back and said that it was not Summer. And she had to go relive that all over again. And she was upset and crying, uh, already because of that. And then they did that interview and totally manipulated it, in my opinion, to look like that she was running from the topic of cornbread mafia, when we all know around here there's no such thing as the cornbread mafia. That was manipulative, in my opinion. And Dr. Phil, he runs with Oprah and all them, and to me he's right in there with those Hollywood elites, and he pushes evil. He pushes a lot of evil in this country. To me, he's a fake and he judges people. I don't care for Dr. Phil. I'm sorry, you guys. I see right through him. Hey, Weezer, I would suggest you do some research on the so called Dr. Phil. I don't have to because I know who did it. It was Jenna. Jenna was Candace's best friend. Jenna sat up here on my panel and told me she was the one that called because she actually thought that she saw Summer. So she called her while she was there at the Dr. Phil show and told her that she thought that she found Summer. So there you go. That's my research there, bud. Tracy. I know, Snow. It's hard. I'm telling you, both. I've been back and forth on this case. Y'all know that. I'm not expecting you all to. No, cornbread mafia. I'm local. You know, truth hurts. We don't know nothing about no stupid cornbread mafia. I don't care if it was a long time ago. It's something I've never heard about. Hey, peas in a pod. There was a possible sighting at a hotel a while back. Candace had no reaction to that at all. Ellie verified it wasn't Summer. Yeah, that was some YouTube creators that got that all stirred up. Talk about. Nah, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that. Yeah, Weezer, I know. Candace cannot speak without Donnie's right there. No, I don't think it's that, Lisa. It's the fact that Candace has been attacked and she is a little bit introverted. Candace is not a very open person. I mean, she's kind of introverted. She don't like she's like me sometimes. Like, I don't like to socialize with a lot of people. I don't trust people. And I don't blame her because YouTube has ripped her and Dawn to pieces. So I don't blame her. I wouldn't talk to nobody if I was her. It's hard to trust anybody. Dr. Phil seeking them kids away from to be in her. I don't like Dr. Phil. I just think that he is right in with those elites. He's pushing the wrong agendas. I don't care much for him at all. Just like Yanni said, they love their children and stuff, and then they'll go to these elite parties and hurt little children, and then they protect their children. And no, absolutely not. I do want to tell you all though, I want y'all to pray for one of my mods, beautiful Sunflower. Her mother is in the hospital and ICU with COVID pneumonia. And she's 90 years old. So please pray for her if y'all don't care. I would appreciate that so much. Hey, let's investigate. Hunter told her because he was there, but it was a hush hush. I hope Hunter's girlfriend's mom tells TBI what was said. So, you know, I, when we've asked Candace about Hunter, this is what Candace told me. She said Hunter was just a little kid that hung out there with the other bunch of little kids. She loved having kids hanging out with them. She said that she liked taking them and doing things with them, and like them being happy. She said she never thought of Hunter of any other way but another little kid that hang up there. And her and Allie was really, really good friends. And we can all agree that Allie has lied a lot. We have caught Allie in a lot of lies. I mean, just look at the Chris M interview. You can see that you can actually see that she's coaching, in my opinion, H to say the things that he said in that interview. So I don't believe her. I think that she's jealous of Candace, possibly, and was mean and lied. I don't believe them. I don't believe any of Allie's bunch. Oh, okay, Weezer, thank you. Hello, exploited innocent. Jenna is the one who made the call. Yeah, she was. Jenna told me up here on panel that she was the one that made that call. Hello. Hello, just Samantha. Jenna says she wasn't at Dr. Phil. She was at the beach. I thought she told me she was at the Dr. Phil show. I'm pretty sure she said that she was at the Dr. Phil show when she told her. I know that Candace was getting. I think she was getting ready to go up on out on the thing, and instead of them postponing it, they went on through with it. Donna and Candace have shown everyone who they truly are. So how can you doubt they are capable of harming that baby? I I will tell you this much, in my opinion, and I'll be honest with you, just what I've learned over this year and me talking to Donna and Candace, I could say 100% for sure that they did not hurt that baby intentionally at all. I can say that. Now, I believe since I've talked to them that somebody did come up here and take that baby. But I have been back and forth whether something bad happened accidental wise. But as far as to think that Candace intentionally hurt that baby, absolutely not. That baby was their whole world. Them little boys and that baby was their world. You can look at the pictures and the videos and see that Summer was the sunshine of their life. So I do not believe at all that they would intentionally hurt this baby like with the case with Leilani or anything like that. No. Um, I really do believe that they think that somebody stole that baby. And we don't know. We don't know. What about Duty Ron, Miss Daisy? He always says they are guilty from day one. Well, you know what? Duty Ron is a law enforcement, right? He is supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And I know what his opinions is, but what is his proof to back it up other than his opinion? Because if there was proof to back it up that that they hurt their baby or did anything to their baby, then they would already be arrested, right? That's just what I'm saying. Let's see what Snow said. Uh, Jenna changed her story for some reason now. I don't know why. Oh, I didn't even know she had it. You're part of the crack. Hey, Don B, what you doing? You're part of the Cracker Barrel Mafia, Don B. Me too. Biscuits and gravy mafia. Um, Cracker Barrel makes the best cornbread and hash brown casserole. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, honest rage. But just what time that I have been, talking with Don and Candace and stuff. Um, I have seen so many untrue stories come out about them that is just ridiculous. And I know they're not the truth. And like saying that Don was up there and instead of working, he was getting crack and all this other stuff. When he was working every day from night, daylight to dark, he was working. You know, I've not heard of any cornbread mafia. I know it's real in the 70s, but I grew up in the southeast Kentucky, Betty, and I never heard of any cornbread mafia. And I grew up in the moonshine capital, pot growing capital of the world. Like literally, these people laid out in their pot patches, and they rigged their pot patches with grenades and everything, and they made their living off of it there in southeast Kentucky. And never did hear anything about any cornbread mafia. I think Candace walked Summer down the road and handed her off to someone to save her. I don't think that, I don't know. I wouldn't think that would be true. I really don't. Because You all got to think about this. If Candace was this bad of a person, why was her friend leaving her little girl there with her all the time? Candace had a big enough heart to take care of another girl, another person's child. Not only that, but Allie's kids clung to Candace, like clung to her, like they loved her, like she was their second mom. Like Candace said, she always had children around her. So I genuinely think Candace loved children. Um, so if that was the case, I wouldn't think that no, her friends would have never left their kids there, and them kids would have never clung to Candace, and they all clung to Candace because you could see the pictures and see that they hung out with Candace all the time. Where I am from, we have the Bloods and the Crips. Never heard of cornbread, but I sure believe anything is the point. I know. I believe it too, Rhonda. It's all about ratings. Let me get caught up on my thing here, y'all. Hey, Angie. Long time no see, Angie. I just lost my voice. My throat. I think I was starting to get a strep throat, and I I always rinse my back of my throat out with peroxide and let it boil back there, and it kills anything on the back of my throat. So I don't think I'd be talking right now if I wouldn't have done that last night. It got rid of every. I still have a hoarse throat, but I don't have that pain. And oh, I just felt horrible last night. Giving them vapes and twisted teas. I don't know about that. Peas in a pod. I don't know. Little Dev. Hello. I don't like Dr. Phil. He's no more than entertainment. Exactly. I felt like he didn't do nothing for Summer's case. He didn't do anything. Hey, Lisa Jennings. Whoever got that stuff about Candace sleeping with H is lying. Yes, absolutely. Candace said that is ridiculous. She said that he was a little kid to her and that, she always had little kids around. Yes, I believe Allie is a big, well, we've already found that out that Allie's a liar. I do want to tell you all, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. That helps my channel grow and helps me to bring content with you all. Dr. Phil is when she got the call. Why did she give that little kid vapes and twisted teas? Well, we don't know that for sure if she did. It's never been proven. And to be honest with you, I guarantee you H was probably already vaping way before Summer went missing. Let me see. Monica, you want me to read yours? Let me go back up and see if I can find yours. I'm not talking a whole lot because of my throat. It's not hurting, but I'm afraid it's gonna go out on me. I can't find it, Monica. You might want to, if you can retype it, that would be great. Um, I need to listen to my gut. My gut is focused on the well since day one. Sorry. It's okay, Arctic. It's okay. You all can feel the way you want to. I'm just saying, let's look at something else besides that. That is what Jenna stated. Yes, she stated it on here. Let's see. Daisy have DNC said if they're in touch with grandma still. Yeah, Candace talks to her mom. That's her mom. I'm sure she still talks with her mom. Absolutely. Hey, sweet and sassy. Well, you know what? Hunter's got more problems than just this case, and I think we all can agree on that. He had problems way back until when he was 11 years old, when he allegedly stole that car. So I think it goes a lot deeper than just Summer's case. He's got some very dysfunctional things, family and things going on in the family. And I think they're absolutely unrelated to this case. I mean, look at his mom. She's got in trouble. She lies. I mean, everything. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I believe JSB had something to do with it all of that. She even lied on Donnie and Candus. Well, JSB in my book has always been a suspect, or at least someone she knows really close. I do believe that whoever took Summer was very close to the Wells, knew how to get up there, knew where to hide out, knew where everything was. I really do. Now, I have my suspicions. Hello, biscuits and gravy. Hello, Denise. Hello, Dana Lynn, too. Hello, Gracie Paris and Lucky Charms. Nobody should be judging anyone. Only the man above can judge. We don't know anything. Only God knows. And whoever took Summer. Well, I'll be honest with you guys. Hello, Boston Skillium. Michelle Tucker. Y'all, I'm way behind on these. Let me see if I can get caught up on all this. I'm sorry if I've not called you all out or seen some of y'all. I'm getting behind on all this on these. I'm sorry. Let's see. Biscuits and Gravy. Alice and Raindrops and Sue. There's a lot of people in here right now. So Don did confirm, though, that the boys are being brainwashed against them. I wonder if they will be allowed to contact again so they can figure out what's being told to the boys. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know. All I do pray that they at least get to see their kids, because kids need to be with their family. They need to at least talk to their family and stuff. Um, when I hear something that comes out of people's mouth on here, I mean the ignorance and the nastiest of things they spit. I don't know. Are you talking about me or just people in general on here? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not telling anybody that they're not entitled to their opinion, because that would be so unfair of me, because for the last year I've been thinking the same thing you all thought. Some of you guys think. In fact, we all discussed it on here. So I can't expect people just to turn around and change their minds. But I do know how people can take things and twist them around and make them to be what they're not. I do know that. Bless Lulu said, in my opinion, Daisy wants to see the good in everyone. And because of that, she's blinded by what the Wells has done. Well, we don't have any proof. And I love you, Bless Lulu. But we really don't have any proof that any of them did anything. We do have proof that Allie lied, though, because she got on a Crime Stories Obsessed, got an audio of her saying that she never went out to that truck that day. So she didn't see. She didn't see. Hello, Holly. I do want to show you all some of Christine's video that she put out. Hopefully Christine will come in here in a few minutes. I know she's with her grandma and everything, but I do want to play it, some of it, because it does have some important things in it. So I do want to play that. So I'm going to bring that up right quick. And some good points that the law enforcement did make that could mean that Summer was maybe taken and kidnapped. So let me play that, okay? I don't know if I hope it's not got no copyright music to it. But let me pull it up here so you all can watch some of it. Those of you who hasn't watched some of it, we'll watch it, okay? What's wrong with this? Why is this being hateful? But no, I can't come to you all and say, oh, you have to believe this, da 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 da, because I believe this now. Absolutely not. You all are entitled to your opinions, and I respect that, but I want you all to see and look at a different perspective of this. What if these people are innocent and they have lost everything and they are handling it different than everybody else? That's just all I'm saying. Lord, just imagine what those kids could tell. We've seen them in actions in the videos. Well, we don't know that. Them kids, I mean, you all look at the pictures with Candus took them kids camping. She took them fishing. She took them swimming in water, beautiful, like water areas and creeks. I mean, a kid's heaven to me. So, what if she didn't? The Wells are innocent. They didn't do anything to their kids. Right. What if they're But Palm, I understand that, Miss Palmy Mommy. Um, I understand that, but the thing is that we did see the pictures that Candace took those kids and done things with them. Everybody said, "Oh, them kids were starved to death." Go back and look at Candace's older Facebook. She took them kids out to Chili's to eat. Them kids went out to eat all the time. She was constantly taking them children out and doing things with them. You have to agree on that one. I understand that you all feel strongly about that. I'm not asking you all to feel any different, but I'm just saying take a look at hello Violet. Take a look at the other side of it. So we're going to listen to some of this what Christine made, and let's see what y'all think of it.
A little farther than they expected. Evidently, she got a little farther than they expected.
It's been very hot. Crews have spent long days the past 2 weeks doing line searches, as you see here in a field just across from the home.
Hello,
Others hit the woods using bloodhounds, but never finding the girl's scent. Margie Quinn headed up the state's Amber Alert program for 11 years before leaving the TBI, and she is an expert in human trafficking investigation, but she's followed it and knows abduction is a strong possibility, but not likely for human trafficking.
That's always the public's first thought is they've been abducted and trafficked. People who are going to traffic young people are not going to abduct them. It brings too much attention. The
SummerWells case has been highly publicized. If she were to suddenly show up on an internet site, people would know.
Statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. Statewide Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road, which is located in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. A family member reported her missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at approximately 6:30 Tuesday evening. Especially residents living in the area of Ben Hill Road to check any trail cameras or security cameras that they might have that could have captured Summer on video or in photographs. We also encourage residents to check any crawl spaces, outbuildings, or sheds that would make for.
Now, this is what Don told me. I'm going to stop it for just a second. He told me, hello, Tina Bobina. He said if whoever got Summer had to have picked her up and carried her down that dog trail, because he does not believe that Summer would have he does not believe that Summer would have walked down that dog trail alone with a stranger. But what I think is maybe Summer knew that person and they lured her down that dog trail. Because, Dawn said that she was scared of that dog trail, to go down that dog trail. But hello, Bo Evans. Hello, Annalise. But he strongly seems to think that somebody packed that baby down that, picked her up and packed her down there, which could have very well happened. You never know. And I don't know. They may have actually took her back in the woods instead of going down the road. They may have took her by 4-wheeler, or they might have took her by foot. It's mountainy. And if you know those mountains, my daddy could get around them mountains like it wasn't nothing. And I lived in the Appalachian deep mountains of Kentucky, and my dad used to ginseng, so he could go up and down them mountains like it was nothing. So here we go.
For good hiding places.
It has now been over 7 weeks since Summer Wells was last seen by her family. TBI asks any credible information can be called in at 1-800-TBI-FIND. They continue to urge the public only to share information from official sources. TBI has been looking for a maroon or red Toyota Tacoma truck. They say the person driving it may have been a witness in Summer's disappearance. They say a photo circulating on social media of a truck that says it has been located is not true. It was not released by law enforcement.
It has been 5 months now since Summer Wells was reported missing from her home in the Beach Creek community. Authorities with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, the TBI, the FBI, they're all continuing to follow tips and leads about what happened to the little 5-year-old girl.
I assure you, we've done everything when we was up on that scene, everything
humanly possible to do.
It's been months since the weeks-long ground search for SummerWells was called off in the Beach Creek community.
The manpower, the search, the helicopters, the airplanes, tremendous amount of dogs, cadaver dogs, search and rescue teams.
Summer's parents and concerned community members believe she may have been abducted or trafficked.
I assure you, we've done everything. When we was up on that scene, everything. I assure you, we've done everything. When we was up on that.
I do want to say that I asked Andy Bernard on his live if they let him search their property, and he said yeah, but Candus said they absolutely did not search that property, and that he had another property that they wouldn't let him search, that they refused to let him. Hello, fried green tomatoes. They refused to let them search that property. And so we don't know who's telling the truth there. I mean, I believe Candus. I think other people have said it as well. Do I think Andy Bernard lied about stuff just as much as Jody? Yeah, absolutely. So why would they not let them search their land and their property? That's one thing I would like to know. If you ain't got nothing to hide, why wouldn't you let somebody search it? Hello, Huntress. Hello. Let's listen to the rest of it, y'all.
Seen everything really possible to do.
The FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team even came to Beach Creek. That's a team dedicated to investigative, technical, analytical, and resource assistance on site during non-family child abductions, ransom child abductions, and mysterious disappearances of children.
Okay, hang on just a second. Sleuthhound said all they had to do was get a search warrant, and it was searched. Why? I don't understand why they didn't do that. I don't believe they did it. This man right here, in my opinion, is a good old boy, in my opinion. Hey, Marie, love your lives always. Thank you. But yeah, he told them to go search their own properties. Who does that in a missing person case? It's an Amber Alert, not just a missing person, but an Amber Alert. So who does that? If somebody don't want you to search their property, especially the neighbor who claims they heard a scream, then I would absolutely go and get a search warrant. I would absolutely go and get a search warrant. Why they didn't do it? I have no idea.
The FBI card team in, and everything that they can find, there was no indication whatsoever of child abduction.
The TBI asked for help finding the driver of a Toyota pickup truck that was seen in the area around the time Summer went missing. That's the last new public information that was released.
You would think if somebody had saw something, they would come forward, even if they just had the truck and didn't see anything. But like I said before, it may be somebody that has paid no attention to this, or maybe somebody that's got a criminal record and was driving what's supposed to be driving too.
Months later, that truck and its driver haven't been identified, but we learned more about the person who gave the information about the truck.
There was somebody driving a company truck that, well, the officers here are familiar with this gentleman, and we believe that he actually...
That's the first time I've heard of that, a company truck. She said, would Summer go down that trail for JSB or her son's daughter? I don't know. Dawn said she would not go down that trail, that someone had to picked her up and took her down that trail. I don't know. Trevor said so Jody Sue's land was searched. Miss Daisy, law enforcement said they checked Jody Sue's land. Do we know that for a fact? Okay. I don't know. My opinion, I'm looking. Okay. My opinion, I've got my eyes sights on Candus's friend Marlena and her boyfriend. I think there's something up with those two, in my opinion, because they were hanging around a lot. They were mad at Candus because she wouldn't watch her little girl anymore, and was allegedly up there messing around the property before the boyfriend had been up there messing around. So I got my eyes on them, in my opinion. Not so much JS.
We saw it.
And we believe that he actually saw it. And we believe that he actually saw it.
Nothing pointing to abduction, nothing pointing to foul play, other than her walking outside the house and not being found. Is basically the main thing right now. What actually happened to her, we're still trying to find out.
Marlena's boyfriend was Billy Joe Dykes, allegedly. That's what I thought his name was. I'm not 100% for sure. It was Billy Joe Dykes, I think, Mama Bear. Let's play the rest of it, you all. I got my suspicions about them. I really do. Y'all know Christine does a good job on these videos. I think everybody needs to go back and look at it again. We're not going to give up till we find this baby.
It's happy.
Here's the thing
with
Mom.
She was pure and she was innocent. And I just knew that something was wrong because Athena wouldn't have stayed out in the dark by herself.
The driver, 31-year-old Tanner Horner, is now charged with capital murder and aggravated kidnapping and could face the death penalty. This morning, stunning new details about his motive for the horrific crime. According to the arrest warrant obtained by NBC News, Horner told police he was delivering a package to the home when he accidentally hit Athena with the truck, but she was not seriously injured. Horner says he panicked, fearing Athena would tell on him. He then kidnapped and killed her, dumping her body on a riverbank. At the time of her abduction, Athena was in the care of her stepmother, who called police after she spent an hour looking for the child. A tip led investigators to Horner, a contract driver for FedEx, who police say confessed to the killing. Athena's mother now offering this reminder to parents.
Hug on tight.
Van hit the 23-month-old girl. The driver stayed at the scene, and police say drugs or alcohol don't seem to be a factor.
By the time I came downstairs, and it's just horrible for everyone, for both, the driver, the mother. It was just a horrible situation. Unfortunately, the child was deceased as I came down.
First responders responded quickly to the scene, but could not save the child.
FedEx truck driver on the loose after deadly hit-and-run crash. New York cops say a FedEx driver is on the loose after the company's truck was involved in a hit-and-run that turned deadly, according to police in New York City and media reports. First, a FedEx truck struck a man as he was crossing the street in Brooklyn at about 9:15 p.m. on Wednesday, November 9th, WPIX reported. The man became trapped under the FedEx tractor trailer until the driver drove off and made a right turn, the NYPD told McClatchy News in a statement. Immediately afterward, a man driving a Kia hit the pedestrian, who was lying in the street, as he made the same right turn, police say. After authorities arrived.
I do want to point out something. What Rihanna said here, H talked about Billy messing with a kid. That just hit a big spark in my mind. That guy's name was Billy Joe, and wow, you never know. I really do think that those two, in my opinion, needs to be looked at a lot closer. I know that Cam has talked about it, but I'm in my opinion, allegedly, what if they had been up there and hung out where the little girl stayed up there, where Marlena's little girl stayed up there all the time. They were very familiar, and I'm sure Summer was very familiar with both of them. Would they have lured her down to a car if and Summer would go to them because of the little girl that was friends with her. She probably had she could have brought her little girl up there and said, "Hey, Summer, your mom said you could go down the road with us. Come on, let's go." And she would have probably jumped right in that car and ran off. Or they run off. I mean, how easy would it have been for those two to just pull up there on that road, up on that hill, and seeing that nobody was out there and say, come on, Summer, let's go. You can go see Journey or have Journey with her. You know, you never know. You're not sure. Let me read this here. I don't know. That's something I'll have to find out. Rihanna said, Daisy, not positive, but I think Billy's brother is a registered offender. Wow. If any of y'all could find out, that would be great. I will see if Christine won't jump on that too. But you never know. Were they questioned? I don't know, Kelly Rose. I'll definitely have to ask and find out for sure, though. Steve's mom said the late step swings or the fridge. Um, or H and them have been brought back with the dog. I don't know, you guys, but there seems to be a lot of ROs in that area. Yeah, that's what Don said. Don and Candus both said they didn't realize that there were that many RSOs in that area until recently, until they all started coming out of the woodwork. We don't know if she really did call H or not. We know that H and Allie and all of them has lied so much, we don't know what the truth is. Hey, Dirty South. Okay, well, he says he didn't even know that the dog trail was there. Who said that, Dirty South? Sherry's in the chat. Nikki said, yeah, they don't know anything about anything. Too many Dons and Candace Billies. There's a lot of Billies and Andys involved. You're absolutely right. But this one in particularly had been messing around the property allegedly, and they were mad. Marlena's boyfriend was picked up. Whoa, where did that go? I missed it. Was picked up in 2 searches for failing registered as an SO. Wow, Kiko. Wow. The first time I heard of the Wells Pat issue, saw their home, associates' property, immediately thought they did it. That's my honest feeling. But didn't we all think that about Athena's mom? Did we not all think about that? About Athena's stepmom? I know I did. FBI says no signs of abduction. Core team knows more than the Wells. I'm not saying they did it, but I trust Ellie on that. I hope that the Ellie did check out these 2 people, though. I really do. I really do, you all. Because I mean, that would have definitely been somebody that Summer would have jumped in a car with. No doubt. No doubt at all. So let's finish up Christine's video. I just wanted a commentary there.
The man was pronounced dead at the intersection of Coney Island Avenue and Caden Avenue, according to the NYPD. The driver of the Kia stayed at the crash site after hitting the pedestrian, police say. An investigation is underway and no arrests have been made, police say. Our thoughts are with those affected.
Of a 5-year-old little girl who was hit and killed while playing right outside of her own home. Spencer.
But the police here in Sandy do tell me that it was a United States Postal Service worker that hit this girl while she was outside. Preliminary information does say that this is just a tragic accident and that at this point
I'm going to put the link out for Christine to come up here if she wants to come up here and talk about this video, since this is her video that she made. She worked so hard on. Hang on just a second. What did I just do? Darn it. Hang on. I'm losing it, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me put the link out for Christine and then we'll continue with the video and talk about this. Because this is something that she worked hard on and I want her to be able to come up here and talk about this video. Hang on, y'all. Here we go. I'll bring that back up. And we'll kind of hold off for Christine to come up here. But yeah, I mean, that does make sense, which I don't know if Summer or if H was telling the truth or not about the Billy guy or even the conversation, because these people seems to kind of like to tell fibs a lot. H and Allie and all them. So, you know. Hey, Christine, what's up?
Still got COVID.
Oh no, COVID is awful.
It is. That's all
There's a
right.
wild that's coming on YouTube right there.
Oh, there's my
Janice,
Auntie Sherry. Hi, Auntie
Hey,
Sherry.
hey,
Janice,
my sweet animal lover.
and she's got her glasses or her red lipstick and her Janice
Excuse
joplin.
me, Miss Daisy. These are prescription glasses to read the sun, and
Okay.
they're
To read the
bifocals,
sun.
so I could. This is a pair of sunglasses. The frame
Uh,
took it to the ophthalmologist. Said, "I'd like you to make me a. I like this frame. Make me a pair of lenses to fit," and he did. So,
Kiki, Billy, Marlena's boyfriend's name's Billy Joe too. There's a lot of Billies in this.
Oh yeah.
Billy,
Christine,
do you know if
Hi.
somebody said that he was a registered RSO? Can we find that out, Christine?
Oh yeah. Of course we can.
Allegedly, he's a
Yeah.
registered RSO. I do want to say, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button.
please
That helps.
subscribe to her channel and like. If you don't hit like, then you're gonna have to deal with me.
You
Hi,
have to deal
Chewy.
with
You
Janice.
don't want to deal with
Billy
me in
Joplin.
person. No.
Mama
Billy-
Bear. Nikki.
We got a lot of people in the chat right now, so I was going over your video. So I was going to see if you wanted to talk about this a little bit before I played the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, I know probably most of you know that, UPS, Amazon, FedEx, they all hire out secondary hiring, as the people, the drivers are self-employed. So a lot
Right.
of those drivers are really not um, employees of Amazon, FedEx. They're all what they're called self-employed. So that's why when you see accidents like these, that Amazon and all them do not get in trouble, it's because the drivers are actually, they have to carry insurance, or they're supposed to carry insurance, and they're responsible for themselves. So the actual person that is injured, or had a fatality with a FedEx truck or whatever that hires in this manner, they have to actually sue the individual and not the company. And 9 times out of 10, the individual does not have the amount of money
Correct. Whoever
That's
that
said
not
sub,
fair.
whoever said subcontractors, you got it right there.
that contractor. That's right.
That's who you have to
No,
watch out for.
it's the company's
Somebody doesn't show up for work,
responsibility.
so they call somebody else. They don't know them
But
at
when you
all.
are going
That's
to a
just a
personal,
body to come in and work. You're
but when
correct,
you are
Christine.
sending people out there
You're
to people's
correct,
homes
Christine.
to do that,
100%.
you have
Yeah.
to know if you're sending a safe person to that
Yeah.
home.
Well,
And now they're seeing more and more
that's what I
accidents,
was saying. You said somebody you really don't
negligence.
know.
Yeah,
Have to
Right.
but
do a
that
job.
needs to change, and I think the companies need to be held responsible for that, because this driver is actually carrying their product, and under, if you didn't really look into it and do your research, you would think that the person that's delivering the packages works for the company that you ordered from, but in actuality, they don't. And so, it's kind of hard to take that person as an individual to court, because 9 times out of 10, they are not going to make that enough income to even cover their costs, let alone yours.
Oh, right. Right. So it's pointless. You know.
Exactly. And I will say
What's the
that law enforcement said that there was a company, let's say company vehicle, who spotted the quote unquote red truck. Well, and they said, and Officer or Sheriff Lawson said that, that the police officers know this guy who is saying that they saw the red truck. Well, I want to know, did they investigate the guy that reported the red truck? That's what I want to know. It doesn't matter if you know him or not. If this guy accidentally, look at the end of this, near the end of this video, I'm going to show you what Summer
Oh,
does. She will jump in front of her brother's
this is
bike, holding
This
her
is scary.
hand up to stop.
This is scary, Christine.
Go
But
ahead,
it's
Sherry.
true. It's true. Sometimes
I
that
know.
happens.
Absolutely. And I feel like just by looking at that video, and now I'm not saying that this is what
Did it give you the
happened, but
creeps? Did it give you the creeps? How did it
well,
make you
it
feel?
scared me a little bit because if that was my little girl, I'd have been like, listen, do not jump in front of any moving vehicle, like at all. But you know, as events are going on, you don't think of that. You know, you see your kids having fun, and and obviously Summer was very energetic, and so
Active
I
child.
have a feeling that if the dogs had the scent going down either the driveway or the dog trail, either way, it doesn't even matter. There's a road at the end of both of those paths, right?
I wonder, did we
Yeah.
ever find out whether
And
or
it's
not
not that far,
the
Christine. It's not
law
that far.
enforcement talked to Marlena and her boyfriend, that Billy Joe guy?
Well, according to Ronnie Lawson and according to Leslie Earhart, they've talked to everyone that we have suspected. That's what they said.
According to Sherry Weeks, who went there when it was pouring down rain, let me tell you something. Right
Scary.
before they get to their mailbox, I'm gonna tell you something. There is a blind curve. I call it a
Well,
blind
good.
curve because
A
you
blind
don't
curve.
know who a blind curve.
Yeah.
Blind curve. Yeah. Right before
And
you
I'll
get
tell
there.
you, Beach Creek is they drive
So
they probably drive like super fast on that road, don't they, Sherry?
yes, and it's crazy. That road is so narrow.
Is
It's
it because
like
Yeah.
it's a street
it's a
stretch?
one-lane road. Somebody has to pull over to let somebody else pass.
Yeah,
Now
I
you're
That's
heard
what
it
it
talking
was
looks
about
like
like.
a
Ben
one
Hill on
lane
that road.
road.
I know because I went there.
Thank you. Hey,
Sherry,
Sarah.
Sherry, you talking about Ben Hill is a one lane road, right?
Sherry went up there. Or she didn't go up there, but she went by there.
Oh no,
But
I
you're talking
studied.
about Ben Hill Road is a
I
one
went
lane, yeah?
down Fields Road. I went down Lice Road. I went down Fields Circle or something like that. We went
And it's
down
Sherry.
Bells Road. We went down. We
I've
went
never been
down.
there before.
Well,
Me
we
either.
went down in all of those hollows, and it
Okay,
was
Sherry,
raining. It
Don
was
can
B
she
raining
said,
so hard,
Don
and
B said, I plan on searching under the bridge that goes over Holston River on Beach Creek. I
good.
wonder if they've already searched that, Don B. It wouldn't hurt to search it again.
Heck yeah. I think if anybody has any ideas or feelings or tips or whatever, I'd
well,
say
I
call
do.
the
When I was
local
there,
police
once I
department,
turned that,
have them assist
I
you
think
to go and look.
once we
I
got
do want to say
there,
this. Somebody
I
just made a
felt
good point
creepy.
in
I
the
felt
chat.
creepy. I felt
I think
creepy
that
when
we
we
all need
turned
to
the
quit
curve.
focusing so much on the parents
Right.
and start
Don't
focusing
focus
on
on the
other
people. Focus
things,
on the
you know.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah, I
focus on
mean,
the
we need to
people.
focus
Focus
on
on the
Summer and
problem.
what happened that day. And
Yes.
what
Right.
happened
Don't
that
focus on the
day could have
people.
been very
Focus on
different
the
than any
problem.
of us think. You know,
Y'all
there
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm
are a
talking
lot of
about.
people up there
Dang it.
that there was a lot of sketchy RSOs that lived in the area. We know that the neighbor was sketchy. Um, a lot of things. And, it ain't going to do us any good to sit here and rip these parents apart. All that's going to do is bring more heartache to them
I
when
have
we can
got.
focus on maybe all of us getting together and talking about the what ifs. What
Do you know
if
what?
there was
I have.
somebody that was
I have.
stalking this baby? What if there was somebody that wanted this little baby girl and knew how to do it? You know,
Christine,
was
you hit
eyeing
the
her up.
nail on
And
the head.
to me, when Candace said that she felt like that one guy, Dudley, was looking at Summer weird, I felt myself in her when I said, Candace was an alert mom because I do the same thing with my children. I would be looking around and be like, don't be I've seen men look at my daughters before, and I was like, oh, don't be
Yeah.
looking at my daughters. Or
I'd
there'd
make
be
my
my daughters would
kids.
be walking out of a store, and
I'd make
and
my
I'd see
kids
them,
be
and my daughters
erotic.
wouldn't even pay attention,
I'd
and I'd
make
be
them be
like,
erotic.
you need to you need to pay attention. Now, that is a mom that looks at what's going on. When you see someone looking at your daughter in a different way, and Candace noticed that. So that tells me right there that she was a very alert mom of those things.
And if
Mhm.
she loved you,
Said it
she wouldn't have
herself.
been so alert. She knew what was going on.
But I'm going to play the rest of this video right
I'm
quick.
sorry. I shouldn't say that.
You're fine.
But
Here
Love
we
you,
go.
Auntie
Don't
Sheree.
believe impairment or speed played any factor in this accident. Now, they say they responded to this call at about 10:45 this morning. First responders rushed to the scene to try and administer life-saving efforts to her, but unfortunately, it was too late and she died on scene. Now, the police department is investigating the specifics of exactly how this happened, and crime scene techs went out there with cameras to try and reconstruct exactly what happened and when it happened. But as for the family and first responders, this was a tough day for everyone.
This one makes me
There have been
cringe. This one.
several recent cases of children hit by vehicles, Lauren, especially at school bus stops. And now we have video of a close call caught on camera.
Raphael's a parent. This video just makes me sick to see. I'm sure a lot of people at home will agree. WRTV's Kelsey Anderson spoke to a mother whose kids were just inches from being hit by a UPS truck going around a stopped school bus. This happened just last week. Kelsey joins us live.
A UPS driver inches from making a deadly mistake.
Fortunately, unfortunately, having this video, hearing myself scream to stop will be played in my head forever.
Kelly Beal panics as a UPS driver comes within inches of hitting 3 of her children getting off the bus last Thursday. She says she saw the driver of the UPS truck coming quickly behind the bus.
I saw what was going to happen, and I just did everything that I possibly could to stop it. I ran as fast as I could. I screamed as loud as I can. I still hardly have a voice this morning.
A shocking story of survival. A 6-year-old was struck by a mail truck right here in Columbus. Our News 3's Chuck Williams spoke with the boy, his mother, and their attorney. And Chuck, now they're ready to share video of what happened.
The boy suffered rib injuries and scrapes to the head. He was taken to Piedmont Columbus Regional by his mother, Jessica Thetford. He spent 3 days in Atlanta Children's Hospital recovering from his injuries. The family has hired Columbus attorney Ralston Jr. He has been in contact with the Postal Service.
Does this continue on talking about like the same stuff about postal service drivers and stuff?
No, it'll go. It's gonna go. It's gonna probably. There's probably one more story, and then it'll clip back to other news reports that Ronnie Wilson, Leslie Earhart, and all them said. Also, there's John Pruitt on there, and then there's the Attorney General on there. Oh, here's
Okay.
now look. Play that right there. Play that right
Okay.
there. Right there where.
Okay.
Play that right there where Summer there. That. Now look, watch her. See that? Did you see what she just did?
Yeah, she put her hand down.
Well, what'd she do?
She went right in front of that. She went right in front of her brother's bike, and she knew that she took it for granted that he would stop.
She says stop.
Yeah. Well,
Now
Don
watch.
said she would outrun
Watch
that
it.
dirt.
Exactly, but look now. Watch. Watch what she does.
Exactly. Watch it.
Now look.
Here she comes.
Watch. See her?
Told him-
She got right
Yeah.
in front of that thing and had her hands out. She expected him to stop. Yeah. Now who's to say if she didn't get down there and expect somebody else to stop like that?
He said, "Sissy,
Right.
leave me alone. I'm going to ride." Well, guess
I'll
what?
tell you a little story. I was about her age. I was about her age, and I was sitting underneath my uncle's car playing with rocks, like underneath the back of it. He went and got in the car and started it. And for some reason, something tried to get me to stay there. And finally I snapped out of it and moved. It's a wonder he didn't run over me, because he didn't know I was under the back of that car playing.
Yeah,
If I
that's it.
hadn't moved, he would have ran over me.
Yeah. Now, and I'm
Because
not saying that these postal drivers or FedEx or whatever did it on purpose. They obviously they didn't. But a few of them did a hit and run because they were scared, because they were afraid they were going to get trouble. So they hit the person and then ran. They didn't even stop to see if they're okay. And I'm not saying that that's what happened, but I mean, it seems awful suspicious to me that, all Leslie Earhart, Ronnie Lawson, John Pruitt all say that they are looking for a red truck that may have seen it that day. Seen what? Seen it? What is it?
That's what I want to know. What is it?
Exactly. Why are they saying that? Why is that so important that they might have seen it? Now, if there's no trace and no evidence at all, what are they talking about? They seen it. What's the it that they're talking about? If there's no abduction, if there's no trace of anything, tell me what it is.
Her.
Exactly.
They don't know how to speak correctly.
I think they're trying to tell us something without saying it.
Summer, moon, Utah, Wells, and it.
No, I don't think they're saying it. They're not. I don't think they're calling summer and it. I think they're calling it is an event that had happened, or they believe has happened. And what also is very telling to me is that they say on the 14th or the 15th. Why are you looking for the 14th? If you're looking for the 14th, the accident or whatever happened did not happen. It shouldn't have until the 15th, right? Because that's when she was reported missing. Why are they wanting someone's account on the 14th or the 15th?
Right.
I've got
And
my theory.
guys, I just want to say this here too. You know, these parents has never been proven guilty at all. They've never come out and said they're suspects. They've never said they're persons of interest. And to hello, beautiful sunflower, prayers for your mama, honey. And for people to stalk them and torment their lives and harass them is absolutely uncalled for. How do you think that? How do you think these people are going to feel? How are you going to feel if it comes out that somebody randomly took Summer and you have put these people through hell? They already have health problems on top of everything else, and their children has all been taken away. They've lost their daughter. I just say, have a little bit of compassion towards them. We don't know if that, but we don't know. And please don't harass these people. Let them have a little bit of a break. They want to find their daughter. They want to find their daughter. They absolutely do. And and it's not right to keep on continuing pushing them when they have health problems. It's just right, and it should be against the law. It should be against the law to harass families of missing children like this.
And I will tell you this, if for any reason, now, you'll hear the law enforcement say how much time and effort they've put into this, how much they're just as frustrated as we are. Do you guys not think that if they thought just for a smidgen of a minute that the parents were guilty, that they would not do something to them and put them in jail or do something? Come on.
Doreen, you want to know?
They And you guys have the right for your own opinion, but we have the right for ours too. And it's okay. There's
You
no
want to know
reason to
why
get
the
mad at
change,
each other.
Doreen? Doreen, do you want to know why the change? Because I've actually had a chance to talk to the parents and find out that a lot of these lies that people have been going around is not true. I've actually saw the parents cry We've talked to them. They're willing to open up and talk to us. Do you think if they're guilty that they would do that? Candus said, "We want our daughter and our boys and our family back together." Yes. They've been devastated, you guys. Absolutely devastated.
And
Thank
here's
you.
here's my thing. I would rather be kind and nice to someone and find out they're guilty than to be mean and tear down a family and find out they're innocent. That's just me.
Exactly. And, I'm still yet to see a certain creator apologize to Brandy Neal and Tyler when they attacked Brandy Neal, and her daughter came on social media and saw this person attacking. And I told that creator, look, their daughter, Brandy's daughter was on your live, and he didn't even care. And so, guys, just have a little bit of compassion. Not everything on YouTube is the truth. I've learned that in the last few weeks at the lives and the tweets. Me and Christine has learned that with the attacks that we've had on us. We've got proof ready to come out if it continues. We've went back and searched, where people's lied on us and twisted things around. And it's easier to go with the flow and attack than it is to stand up and say, hey, what if somebody came up there and stole that baby? What if somebody had been stalking Candus that day and watching for her? You know what I'm saying? What if they would have been watching Summer all along and just waiting for the right time? That's what I'm saying. And when Candace and Dawn's in here, guys, I ask you all to be at the utmost, highest respect. Mods, if you see anybody in here bashing them or being mean, block them. And I will too, because I will not tolerate harassing these people.
No mod should be bashing them either.
No, our mods should not be. Absolutely not.
If you have your own opinion, that's okay.
It's okay to have your own opinion. Please be respectful.
Yep.
Be respectful to them because they've been through enough. They've been through enough.
We're just asking everyone to act like a human being and just act decent. Nobody knows what's happened at all, period. Until we find out, everybody has looked at the parents upside down, inside out, underneath. Nothing.
How
right?
is that helping Summer's case? That absolutely is not helping Summer's case to constantly criticize and put these people down and bring up stuff from the past and everything else. It just doesn't. It does not help this case.
And you know what, Daisy? If it happens to be, which you know how we feel about it, but if they're guilty, I can sleep with myself being okay because we were kind. But what I wouldn't be able to sleep with myself knowing that I've bashed, tormented, made people suffer, and they didn't even have anything to do with it, and they were innocent. I would have a hard time with myself.
Right. Yeah, Candace is here. Be respectful. Everybody be respectful to her and Don both, because you don't know what people are going through, and we will be judged. And our tongue is the Bible talks about the tongue and how we can hurt people with our tongue. And it's easy to get caught up with the rest of the people, but what if somebody did come up there on that hill, somebody stalked that baby, somebody watched Candace that day, knew she was home, knew that she went in the camper and seen Summer out there by herself, and either lured her down there or came up there in a car and took her. And I believe, and I think every one of us can believe, that it had to be somebody that Summer knew. It had to be somebody close to that area and that she was familiar with. I don't know if they could have done chloroform or anything. I don't think so. But I do think that maybe Summer knew him enough to jump in the car, especially if it was that little friend of hers family. I'm not saying that Marlena had anything to do with it, but I'm just saying you got to look at everybody. And if Summer knew who these people were and they said, come on, Summer, your mom said you could go with us, she probably would have jumped in the car right with her best friend.
Oh,
you
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait till
Yeah,
the next
Allie is
video.
such a lie.
Daisy and I are working on another video, and it's going to be amazing. And you just wait. You wait. We'll prove to you something. I won't say what, but you just wait. It's going to be a very, very, very eye-opening, video.
Right. I want to show you something that I found. Somebody sent it to me. I want to show you all this. And it's a video that somebody made of Allie lying. They slowed it down and you could actually see Allie like coaching H on what to say. Hang on, I'm going to bring that up here. Like you can they slowed it down and focused on her face. So this right here goes to show you that they're really they were manipulating that whole thing with hang on, let me see, where'd it go? Here it is. Let me bring it up. I'll take that one down and I'll bring it up. I want y'all to watch Allie in this video. This just goes to show that Allie lies. Sherry, I love you. Let me see here. I'll bring it up.
Sherry. We love our Sherry. She's my spirit animal.
I'm gonna turn it on. This is watch Allie closely, guys. Watch the face.
Next time Candus contacts you? Around 7:30 that day, that night. Where were you at that time?
Watch it.
I was over at the park.
Try to come home.
Hanging out with your girlfriend. Okay, and what happened? Tell me about that. So she called me saying that someone's missing. Okay. I thought she's pulling my leg because she's known to do that.
Watch Allie's lips and watch Grandbone.
Okay, I see. Now, straight up, no. From there now, you're here. Mm-hmm. When's the next time Candus contacts you? Around 7:30 that day, that night. Where were you at that time? I was over at the park in Bristol with my girl. Hanging out with your girlfriend. Okay, and what happened? Tell me about that. So she called me saying that someone's missing. Okay. I thought she's pulling my leg because she's known to do that. From there now, you're here. Mm-hmm. When's the next time Candus contacts you? Around 7:30 that day.
You guys see it?
Sorry, people keep calling me. Hanging out with your girlfriend. Okay, and what happened? Tell me about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's strange. You there, Daisy? Hello?
Sorry about that, guys. People keep calling me. Listen, if I'm on a live, please don't text me and call me unless it's very important, because all it does is interrupt my live.
Unless it's you falling asleep and I have to get you up. Uh-oh, she must got another call.
Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry, but yeah, it's like every time I get on live, people start sending me messages or they call me and it just interrupts. Sorry about that. But did you guys see the whispering? The first time he said it, she tried to whisper home to him. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Watch this.
And then park.
Yeah. Watch this.
So she called me saying that someone's missing. Okay. I thought she's pulling my leg because she's known to do that. You know. Okay, I see. Now, straight up, no. From there now, you're here. Mm-hmm. When's the next time Candus contacts you?
Watch, she says home.
Around 7:30 that day, that night. Where were you at that
Watch,
time?
she says home.
I was over at the
you see that? She was trying to say home.
Park.
What could have been park? I thought it was home.
I thought she was trying to say park. Park. Like that.
Maybe. One she's trying to get him to say something besides what he said. That's for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely.
Yeah. And there's another look at Grandma, how Grandma's looking at it. They're lying.
Okay, and what happened?
Park. Yeah, that's what it is. She said Park.
Mm-hmm. And I bet you, and look at Grandbun's face. I think Grandbun would want
Grandpa
them
knows
to
something.
tell the truth. I don't think
Mhm.
she'd want them to lie. I think she's old school, and usually old
I
school, you
don't
want it
know.
to tell
She
the
was
truth.
trying to. I feel like Grandbun was trying to coach her too. They know they're trying to get him to
She
say
told me
something.
about that. So
What's
she
up,
called me
Grady?
saying that someone was missing. Okay. That she's pulling the leg because she's known to do that.
But yeah, y'all seen it there.
There's the
And the neighbors of Allie and them went, and they, if you go to Crime Stories Access, they tell a lot. They tell a
I've
lot.
got them. Yeah, I got their clip of them talking about it. Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
they talk about how Allie lied about going to Summer's car. Well, Emma from Crime Stories Obsessed has that audio where Allie lied and said that she never went out there to that car that day.
Oh yeah, Emma's
So
good. She's
that
good.
yeah.
She's a good
What
little
I don't
detective.
understand is that she would be that
That's right,
deceitful
Sherry. She did.
and mean to lie on her
Yes, she
friend.
did. I don't know. We've been defending ourselves, Sherry.
Listen, I don't want to talk about Chris M, but there's some things I found out about Chris M that I don't, yeah, I respect him for being a past law enforcement, but do I think he's 100% correct on everything? And do I feel like that he kind of led this case into a different direction? I kind of do, you guys. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I feel like Chris M did kind of manipulate this case and lead it in the direction that he wanted to believe instead of, because to me, if she didn't want people to know and she was shady about it, she wouldn't even have done an interview. She would have avoided
Exactly.
all the interviews.
Yep.
Leslie did pass away. I've heard some stuff on Chris M. I'm not going to sit on here and say, but
No.
I heard that he made a huge mistake in a case a while back, and it was devastating to a family. And no, I don't believe everything he says. Candus said CM has destroyed our family. And no wonder that Candus don't want to speak out anymore because of that, because he led the scenario. In my opinion, Chris M took the whole focus off the kidnapping and put it on Don and Candace. He led the scenario to that. And in my opinion, H should have never been interviewed because he was a minor and he had already had trouble before with interviewing a minor. Chris M did. Yes, he did. Thank you very much, K Dan. He did trash the family. And because he has such a big following, because Chris M has such a big following, a lot of people stirred in the wrong direction,
My name is Auntie Sherry.
Auntie
Yeah,
Sherry, I
Carlos.
love you so much.
He did destroy the family. He belittled Candace and made her look angry. And just kind of directed it the way he wanted it to go. Yes, the focus should be on Summer and nobody else. Absolutely, Candace.
That's right.
And that's what we want it to be.
Not my job.
So, what if
Not my
somebody came up there and took this baby?
For whatever
You
reason.
guys
I mean,
know it.
it could
There's
have been
one.
an accident just like this right here, what we're looking at right now. It
Yeah.
could have been it for any reason, maybe not even, not for nefarious reasons, but maybe an accident. And then, she might have, listen, the scent went to the road. So if the scent went down there to the road and then it stopped, that's where, obviously something came about. So if it went to the road, what if someone like on these video clips that we've had and then got scared, just like Athena's, other than, and that's what happened. We don't know. We just don't know. But for some reason, law enforcement is still, to this day, I know in earlier times, we all were led to believe that the red truck was still not in play, but it is. It is still in play, and we even heard Leslie Earhart say in the June 15th press conference that the red truck is still being sought after. Yes, they've interviewed lots of people with red trucks, but the right one they still have not. So it is still being looked for. Why? There was a company driver who spotted a red truck, right?
Yeah.
And that's how the red truck came about. It wasn't a neighbor. It wasn't anything like that. It was a company truck, which we don't know if it was truck, garbage pickup, mailman, whatever the company truck is, spotted a red Toyota Tacoma. And they're saying that they think that it may have witnessed it. And what it is, we do not know. But it has to be something important because it says they say, Ronnie Lawson says every time, you might have the key that will blow this whole thing open. It may not seem important to you at the time, but if you were there on the 14th or the 15th on Beach Creek or driving around Ben Hill, to please contact the TBI. So please do that, because obviously they're not looking for a phantom truck. They're looking for a certain person driving one of those trucks. So who is it? And what is it? What did they could have seen?
And I'll be honest with you guys. In my opinion, I believe Allie was paid to do that interview with Chris. I might be wrong, but I did see Molly Golightly stick money in her pocket that day that they were interviewing them out there in that yard. Now, if somebody going to hand you a few $100s, especially someone like Andy or Allie, in my opinion, she's going to say whatever she has to say to make people look bad. She was mad at Candus, and she wanted to hurt Candus. And we all know what she did at the parade. Like, who does something like that?
They almost hit her.
Right.
Candus said, I think daughter freaking sign, and they almost hit her.
Right. Candus said, I think of what if I done this? What if I done that? It's always a what if. No matter what if I done this? Always thinks like that. I know, Candus.
It's all right, Candus.
And unfortunately, I know I wished I could take that away, but I know that I could say that. I wish that we could take that away from you, but I know that will always be with you, and you'll always think that. But just try to think that, we can't change what happened before, what has happened. It wasn't your fault. If somebody was stalking the baby, eventually they would have got to her. Either way, we just pray that all we can do from now is just pray that Summer is found, and we get down to who took her, because that's ultimately. But I do want to finish playing this video. You want me to, Christine?
Yeah, it's got now the rest from here is just got law enforcement talking.
Okay. Hey, Smiley's World. All right, here we go.
Middle Tennessee and Fox News and everybody else contact me in my office.
Look, he's got a Summers cup. See it?
Does,
right
We're not done yet.
Yeah.
Like I told you from day one, it's about finding Summer. That's the number one goal here.
Thank you, Chairman. Yes, we do have drones. We use them for a variety of things. We just actually had them up this week over in East Tennessee, assisting us in searching for SummerWells, the missing child that's been missing for a while over there in the mountain.
And sometimes people will think, well, I saw that, but it probably wouldn't mean anything. But the least little thing to us may be something huge. So that's why we ask for the public, everything they see, to continue to check their property, their outbuildings and different things.
Are still hoping to find a potential witness who drives a red or maroon truck that was spotted in the Ben Hill Road neighborhood the afternoon of June 15th.
The biggest thing is the ladder racks and the white buckets means that they do some kind of work, and that vehicle was seen in the area sometime during her disappearance.
He says the investigation has led to the continued thought that if Summer is found, it will be nearby.
I believe that she would probably be somewhere close by, because we found nothing to lead us to believe that she's been abducted or trafficked out of the area.
Pruitt works alongside the TBI and FBI. Along with the ground search, Pruitt says investigators have poured through data. Almost a year into the case, and Detective Pruitt says it still remains a very active investigation.
I'm not going to let it go cold.
Ansley, thanks. And an Amber Alert remains active for Summer Wells. If you have credible information that could help investigators find her, call the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-TBI-FIND.
You did a
That's
good
it.
job on that, Christine.
Thank you.
You did a really
Did
good
you
job.
see his cup? Now, and I'm going to tell you, he got rode hard for drinking out of a SummerWells cup. You know why he's drinking out of that cup? Because he
Why?
wants every morning just to remember that summer is important. He wanted to make sure that everyone sees Summer. I know Ronnie Lawson, everyone says, that they're corrupt and all that. What, you have the right to your own opinion. And I'm not saying that they're not, but I'm telling you now, that man does care about finding Summer. He does. I'm telling you, he does.
I do honestly believe that I believe he thinks Donna Candus is innocent too. Honestly, I do. I think he thinks it. I just really think at this point they don't have any new leads. They don't have anything because, she just disappeared. I mean, and it happens every day in America. Children disappear. And yes, it can happen in 2 minutes. It happened to me. And,
It happened to little Athena.
Right. And I do want to say this for any other
It happened
creator.
to little Monkey.
Right. It happened to Monkey. Look what happened to him. It happens to a lot of them. And look, yeah. And we're going to continue on supporting this family from now on until otherwise. And if any creator wants to come at us and bash us and whatever, I don't care. We're going to keep it about Summer and Summer only. We're not going to be about all the other drama and continue on bashing this family. We're not going to do it. Candus said, I'm sorry, I just don't trust the system. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Candus.
Yep.
Look.
And I will tell you this, you guys, everybody has the right to their own opinion if that's how you want to have your own opinion. It's how you have your own opinion. It's being respectful about your opinion. If you want to have your own opinion, it's okay. That is your opinion, your right to have. But to tear each other down because of our opinions, how is that helping Summer?
Right. And I'll tell you this as well, is that I just lost what I was going to say. It was there and then it went away. My mind. But people think that the TBI is just focused on Summer's case. TBI handles everything in the whole state of Tennessee. If there's a shooting or if there is any kind of crime or anything, TBI has to handle that. So they can't just focus on one thing. That's why us as creators needs to get together and work together to find out what really happened that day and stop attacking these parents and look at the what ifs,
You want me to tell you what's really telling to me, Daisy and Sherry? Here's what's really telling to me. So, since we've been talking to Don and Candus, they know they've been getting extreme hate. They've been under the microscope for almost 2 years now. They've been bashed, they've been tore down. But you know what Don said? He said, "We'll take it. We'll take it. Because as long as we keep our daughter's name out there, we'll take it."
Right.
That's what
And
he
y'all
said.
might.
Did you all
Right.
hear what I said? He said, "We'll take it." They have been scrutinized. Their name has been defamed. They have been treated like garbage. But do you know what he said? He said, "We'll take it as long as we can keep Summer's name out there and people keep looking for her." That's what he said. Now, if that's not a dedicated person, I don't know what is. That told me that maybe, just maybe, we need to rethink this because they're willing to take on all of this hate.
Oh, get Nanny.
Just to keep their
Nanny
name out.
I got to put Nanny up. My nanny goes out of her cage. Hang on just a second. That baby, give me that baby, bub. I got to show Candus the baby. Hang on.
Show the baby. Look,
Mommy
Sherry.
got out of her cage.
Look at the baby. Look. Look, Sherry. See it? Watch. Look at the baby goat. He's so cute. His name's Midnight Summer. Sherry's my spirit animal, y'all. I love my Auntie Sherry. With her red lipstick on. She my girl.
I may or may not look a mess. Hang on. I'm going to dox myself. Mommy's going crazy. Mommy's going crazy.
Look at him. Isn't he cute?
It's Midnight Summer. Candus named it.
They're my baby.
Look at me. I look a mess right now, y'all. Mommy's going crazy. Clementine's having a fit, y'all. But it's the sweet. Look at it. Ain't it the sweetest?
There's a baby Midnight.
It's so cute. Its name is Midnight Summer.
He's little too. How big is he, Daisy?
About the size of a puppy. It's so cute.
Clementine.
She's having a fit.
Clementine.
Y'all look at this, but it is. I asked Candus. Well, I first showed it to Candus the morning that it was born, and she said if it's a girl, name it Summer, and it was a boy. It's a boy. So I said, Candus, you can still name it. We was going to name it Summer Christine, but she said since it's a boy, we're naming it Midnight Summer after Summer,
which is cute.
Which is adorable. Yeah, I love it. But mommy goes crazy without it. But we thought we lost her. She is such a good mommy. And he's so fat. But he will cuddle with us and everything. He's just so cute. I had to show that baby to Candus because he's so cute.
Look at Sherry's red lipstick.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Sherry, I got her on mute. There you go.
Oh, Daffy Duck.
Sounds like Donald Duck now. Y'all, I know I look a mess. I'm sorry. Yes, I look like Yankees, but I had to show the baby. But she got out. I don't know how she got out.
Who?
But I posted Clementine. The baby must have got out of the cage. We put them in here at night. Yes, I live in a farmhouse. I do have goats, and I've had a cow in my living room before. So
she's got a bunch of mean
in my house sometimes. That's just part of being a farmer. You bring animals in your house. Thank you, Tracy.
They'll peck your eyes out too, these mean bees.
You know, I had that baby calf die in here. It slept right beside of me that night. Y'all seen that?
I know.
But yeah, but it's too cold out there. We got coyotes. So mommy and baby stays in here until it gets warmed up at night. We let mommy out during the day. Sometimes we'll let baby out there with it. but we lost it the other day. We lost the baby the other day, so
You went
oh,
to
thanks.
Roman.
Yeah, we found it under the I messaged Christine in a panic and we found it under the lawnmower. We brought it in. Oh, Sherry is a beautiful lady. She is. I love Sherry. Sherry, you sound like Donald Duck, honey.
No, you know who she sounds like? You remember on Charlie Brown, and they'd pick up the phone, and the operator would be on the other line, and it would be like, wah, 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 wah. Hear it?
It's okay, Smiley's world. Sherry, you sound like Donald Duck right now.
She sounds like the Snoopy operator.
I do ask that everybody be respectful to Candus while she's in the chat. Mods, if they are not respectful, then you know what to do. JJ, you got this, JJ.
Jay's the bouncer up in the
Jay's
house.
the bouncer in the house, y'all.
He don't play.
And my
Jay don't
girls.
play.
JJ and my girls.
He's gonna raise his prices up to 50 cents.
Good night, Candus. I hope you have a good night too.
Good night,
Love
Candus.
you. Love you,
Tell
Candus.
Don say good night too.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, guys, we're gonna keep on. Sherry, you sound like a Donald Duck, honey. Quack, quack,
Hi,
quack.
love you. Love you, Auntie Sherry. Love
Is
you.
she going good night?
No, she's gonna come back up. She's gonna go out and come back up.
Okay.
Bye.
Andy, I hope you have an awesome night. Please find me on Facebook and try to request me. I'll talk to you. Yeah, so it's ultimately you all about Summer Moon Utah Wells, what happened that day, who else could have been involved, who else could have come up on that hill and took that baby. And we're going to continue this. And Christine is continuing making her videos, whether people bash them or not. We're going to keep going and keep moving along and keep chucking along.
Yep.
And thank you all for being kind to Candus and Don, you guys. You don't know what it's like. I really do believe that God brought me to somehow, I don't know how, but we ended up getting in contact
over
with
here on the farm.
On the farm. And I feel like there was a reason for that. I honestly do. Bye, Candus. Y'all have a great night. Keep Summer's name alive. We will do that. I promise you that, Candus. And we love you, Candus. And you keep being strong. And God will prevail. He will prevail. No doubt about it. I totally believe that.
And you guys, being kind costs nothing. Being hateful and mean towards somebody, that costs everything to you and to the person you're being mean to.
Right. Right.
Being kind, you might as well just be kind. It don't cost anything, you guys. If you don't like what somebody's doing, then just look away or walk away or don't get involved with it. That's just the part of
you don't have to terrorize and harass people.
Right.
Guess who drawed this picture? Can you guys guess who drawed this picture?
Robin Lane's little girl.
Robin Lane did, I think.
Oh, Robin Lane. That's
Robin
good.
Lane drawed that picture of Summer. That is I thought like she did an amazing job on that picture. An amazing job.
I like the purple background.
I do too. Like when I
looks like
seen
a
that, I
starry
was
night.
like, I want to buy that picture. I want that picture. Like
It looks like a starry night.
Right. I was blown away. Now look here. Look here. Look at this picture and tell me what you see in this picture. Because they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. What
I
do
see
you
them
guys see
having
in this
fun.
picture? Do you see a mommy loving her baby and a baby loving her mommy? Summer was their whole world, y'all. And Candus wanted us to show this. To show that baby. And if y'all don't believe me, you can go back on Candus's Facebook and see the stuff she posted about Summer before Summer went missing.
We have so many pictures.
This mommy loved her baby girl. So did Dawn.
No, the boys, we have lots of pictures of them too, Sherry, but at the beginning, remember everybody was afraid to show the pictures, but I don't think Don and Candace mind that we show the boys pictures because they were happy too. I mean,
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that has a lot of hate behind them. Candace said, I love her so much. Absolutely, you do.
We love her too, Candace. Hey, Robin! Hey,
We do.
Kristen.
We
Bopping
love her.
along.
And
Sherry,
now these are,
baby.
a mother's love is beyond, you know, a daddy's love and a mommy's love is beyond, you know.
they
And
love they love her enough to take
you
all the
should watch those
scrutiny
videos
and
of Summer.
bashing just to keep her name out there because they're willing to take that on just because they want everyone to continue to help searching even if they think that everybody if people think they're guilty fine they're just like just keep my baby's name out there keep her picture out there and let's keep looking.
Look closely at Candus.
Yep, that's what it sounded like to
Well,
me.
if y'all watch that video of Summer, just what we showed her running after that bike,
She was the
Summer was
boss.
a feisty little girl. She was running. She was that. Listen, there was that little girl was full of energy. She was a strong little girl.
Yeah.
She loved life. You could tell she loved life, and she wasn't afraid of that bike. She could outrun that bike. She
And
reminded
the
me a lot of.
lawnmower. And the lawnmower.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She was the boss.
She could outrun that bike. Dawn said she could.
Yeah.
So that's why she never rode it because she could outrun it.
I think
I was the same way, y'all. I was the same way. Summer is the most beautiful person in my life. I love my boys, but Summer was a beautiful girl. Absolutely, Summer was a beautiful girl. No doubt about it.
They all are beautiful. You
They
made
are.
beautiful children, Candace.
She does. Candace does make beautiful children.
They're just.
But I mean, the beauty is just uncomparable of that baby. They're just beautiful. And I love that picture Robin made right there. That was just Robin. You know, I read Robin's Facebook, and she talks about
Do I need an
how
avatar too?
how hurt she's been from Summer being missing as well, and how heartbroken she. You can, a lot of people talk bad about Robin, but Robin was heartbroken over Summer too. And Robin has been a big support to Don and Candace, a big support to Don and Candace. And I'm grateful that they have Robin and people in their life that they can actually trust and, can depend on that will help them. Because I'm telling you, this is too much. The evil that's just going on out here right now on the YouTube streets is unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, just what little bit we've been, talking with Don and Candace, we've been attacked horribly.
Just for being kind to somebody. I've never seen anything like it. Just because we're being kind
love
to
you too, Candace. Robin is a
night,
good friend.
Candace.
Yes.
We'll talk to you tomorrow or later.
Yeah.
Very loyal.
Yes. Absolutely.
I just think that there's no reason to be attacking each other, y'all. It just isn't.
Or attacking these parents. And
We're
just
attacking
flat
the
out
parents.
lying. I was listening to a live of one creator. I'm not going to say what his name is, but he was flat out lying the other night. And I just wanted to get in this chat and say, you are lying.
Thank you,
You are
Candy.
making this up for content.
You get a hold of me on Facebook anytime, Facebook Messenger, Candy. I'll talk to you.
I think you're a very loyal friend. Is what I think you are. So,
I would have loved to see
You
Summer.
you are too, Sherry.
I would love to see Summer wear that dress. Maybe one day she will get to wear that beautiful purple dress. Could you imagine all the people who would get together if we found her alive and take, everybody would just hover over that child if they found her alive.
It would be a celebration party for sure.
Yes. Absolutely.
The biggest
I bet Candace and Diane won't even let her go out of the house.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Not for a while.
The dress dress on the swing bothered me a lot.
It's okay, Candace. We can handle it.
I
We're
know.
gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going on. Nobody's gonna stop us. We're tough
No.
cookies.
I felt a void inside.
Well,
It's
Daisy's a
okay.
little tougher than I am, but
Yeah, because Christine gets a little upset, and I'm like, just ignore it. It ain't gonna do no good to fight with them. We just got to keep on, keep it on,
I'm
and
not used to people being hateful for silly reasons too, or
I've had
reasons that they haven't looked into further.
I've had people be mean to me all my life, so I've got used to it. It's a regular thing in my life. It always has
I'll tell
been.
you
I
what,
don't know.
I've always taught my boys to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. They have lots of friends. They are very, well liked people in the community. And, I'm not used to like all the shady, mean, hateful stuff.
Me neither.
I'm like, I'm literally shocked at how some grown people are acting. Like shocked.
Me too. But the thing is, you just, it's just how they are. Hang on just a second, okay? Kristen, I'll
Okay.
be right back, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I think that, everybody wants this resolution of where summer is, right? Everybody does. But sitting there, putting people down, bashing people, twisting people's words, hurting the parents, how, please explain to me how
Like
that
Candace,
is going to help summer at all.
right?
It's not. It's not.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Good night,
Over here,
Candace. We love you, honey.
we love you,
Don't be
Candace.
upset. Yeah.
Sweet dreams, yes. But
It
over
was
here,
about 150 of us looking for my daughter in the pouring down, freezing rain in April. Can you believe that? Freezing rain in April.
yeah.
Oh, and if you pick on us, Sherry will come in there and peck your eyes out. She is our top goose.
Sherry's a handful.
Sherry's the bouncer. No, Sherry's our bodyguard. Jay's the bouncer.
Hey, Jay don't play.
No, he's going to raise his prices up to 50 cents.
That's weird you just said that, Candace. Sweet dreams. I've been dreaming about my son. I don't know. I don't know how this is happening. I believe that my prayers are being answered because I always ask that the Lord lets my kids come into my dreams, and I've been dreaming of my son.
Oh, Robin.
And I do believe God gives us dreams of our family. So
I do too.
I believe he gives us comfort like that. I
Last
really do.
week I dreamt of my sister,
Good night,
and
Smiley World.
this week I dreamt of Nick. Now I
Oh.
want to dream about Nicole.
You will. Sometimes you just got to clear your mind. Clear your mind before you go to sleep.
You're
And
welcome. Good night,
they'll come to
Candace.
you in a dream. Good night, Candace. We love you, and we'll talk to you later.
Trevor, I just want to say one thing. I won't block you, but I will not tolerate you attacking the family in here. I will not tolerate you. You can come in here and talk about law enforcement and everything else. I don't mind, but I will not let you attack them in here. Absolutely not. I will block you if I catch you doing it. I'm not
And
trying to be.
Trevor, listen.
Adults here. We're not here
Being
to.
hateful says more about you than it does whoever you're trying to be hateful towards. So just try to have a little self-restraint and just try to just be respectful of
I did block
Daisy
you.
in her chat room. That's all.
I don't mind for you to be in here, but I will not tolerate you harassing them. I'm sorry, or anyone else.
That's right.
And I'm not saying this to argue with you. I'm not going to do it. Because we're not doing that over here on this channel no more.
She said she'll call Adult Protective Services.
Sherry. But like, as far as I don't know you as a person, you may have done like a lot of good things for Summer, and I'm glad that you have done that for Summer. But please do not attack the family while you're in my chat, or say bad things or condescending things to them, because we are ultimately here to find out what happened to Summer. None of us know what happened to Summer. The parents has not been named as suspects or people of interest or anything else. Okay? They are living day by day and struggling. Living day by day and struggling.
That's right.
I won't. I will unblock you, but I don't want you to harass the family at all. Because I mean, I understand you have strong feelings for to find Summer, but we're going about it in a different way, and we're not going to let anyone. Okay, I literally told you I respected your chat, and you still blocked me. You were in here talking about things going on with about things. Trevor.
He's just trying to get you to whatever. Trevor,
you're a Christian, right?
Nobody cares about what you say, Trevor.
If you're a Christian, you have to be fair, and by coming at them and attacking them. I mean, we've already had this conversation over Facebook. We literally quarreled back and forth on Facebook.
I think he's just trying to let you.
And I'm not trying to be mean, Trevor. He's a very young man. He's a young man, and he lives in this area where we live. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to tolerate no one being mean to Donna Candus over here. I'm not.
And he goes out every 15th of every month.
We don't know what happened, Summer, and we're going to focus over here on this channel about finding out what happened to her.
And we're going to explore every avenue, which we just did. Yep. And Trevor, you know, it was very nice of you for helping, with the reward fund and stuff.
Christianity, Trevor, I promise.
But
I believe you are Christian.
When you're ugly, when you do ugly stuff like attack, that kind of puts a bad cloud on the good thing that you did. You can't be mean to someone until, you know what I mean? For no reason. There's no reason.
Right.
Just be respectful.
He hasn't stopped.
When you find out that they're innocent.
He hasn't stopped looking for Summer. He's still looking for Summer.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that, Trevor. But we got to look at other things. We got to look at other things besides just beating these poor people down.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Stay out of
we just
Daisy's
can't
channel.
keep doing that. Nobody's questioning your Christianity. I'm not saying you're not a Christian at all. We all fall short.
Lady 7-Up, if Daisy didn't want me here, she would block me.
Trevor, we're not attacking you. I promise. I promise you. Nobody's attacking you. You're a young man that feels strong about these missing kids. I salute you for that. I just don't want nobody coming after while they're in my chat. I just ask that you respect the parents. That's all I ask.
And nobody's attacking you, but imagine how Don and Candus feel when you have thousands of people attacking them.
Who's attacking?
That's just a little how you're feeling, that thinking that we're attacking you, which we're not. Imagine that times 100. Imagine that feeling times 100.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about.
I'm gonna
Sherry.
I'm gonna put my soldier JJ on it. So
JJ, you better watch out.
So
he comes out of the shadows when Daisy needs him to.
Nobody in here. I think he's a great guy for looking for these little kids. I think he's done a lot for these little kids. I've looked at his page. I've seen what he has done. He hunts for Monkey. He hunts for all these kids. I'm not saying he's not a Christian. I'm just saying that I just can't deal with that stuff over here, and I won't, because I've seen I'm not going to attack the parents, and I'm not going to let nobody do it in my panel or in my chat. I'm sorry. I respect you all's opinions, but I'm not gonna tolerate it. I just ain't. And that's all it is, you know. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to tolerate no one being mean to them. They've been enough. They've been through enough. They have been through pure hell, and I can't do that.
Chop chop. Get it? Chop chop.
Cherry.
Chop chop.
Chop chop.
And no disrespect. I'm not whatsoever
Get
disrespect
them
to
the
you.
hell out of here.
I do have a lot of respect for you for the missing kids. You're young, and I do ask the chat not to attack him. But I do ask. But I will tell my mods that if you get in here and you start saying condescending, mean things about Don and Candace, you're out. Sorry, it's just how it is.
It's the
And
rules of
that's, I respect you as a person. I respect you for what you've done, for being a young man as you are. But it's time to back off the parents and start looking other places, because I really believe that they're innocent. I believe that there's somebody else that's got this baby. I really do. Yes, do they have downfalls? Yes, we all have downfalls. We all have our moments of downfalls. Believe me, I am one of the biggest ones who's had downfalls in my life. But
And didn't Jesus? Who fell at Jesus' feet when and needed his love? There was a prostitute, right? She washed his feet. That's the only thing that she had to give to him.
Yeah.
You know what, Christine? I have washed about 6 or 8 people's feet to show them that I love them and out of humility. I really have. Seriously. 2 Methodist preachers. I'm serious.
That's
I
good,
have washed
Trevor.
their
I'm
feet.
glad. I'm glad, and
Yes,
I know
I am
you
not
do want to
kidding.
find her.
Oh,
Just
Sherry.
a pan of warm water and put a tiny bit of
And we
alcohol
appreciate
in
you
it.
looking for her.
I washed their feet.
We do, Trevor. I think I've even seen you part of EquiSearch as well,
Jesus taught me
which I
how to do
really
that.
condemn. Not condemn that, but I really
Why
have
did
a lot of
Jesus
favor
choose
for
all
EquiSearch.
the bad people? They weren't famous or anything. Why did he pick the tax collector? Why did he pick the
Christine, is there any way
excuse me
you
for saying
can
this,
do
the
any research
seaman?
on that Billy Joe and
Why did
see
he
what
pick
kind of
those
history does he really have?
They were
A
poorer than
history of
doves. They
SA?
had no
I'll
status.
go. I'll run his
Why did
name.
he
What's his last
pick
name?
his
Billy
disciples
Joe
that
what?
had no
Billy Joe Dykes, I think.
Some of them were already
Oh,
former
Billy Joe
criminals.
Dykes. Ooh.
Yeah.
Am I right, Christine?
Miss Daisy, I agree. The YouTube streets are horrible. All these creators telling false info and saying things that is horrible. I get so mad sometimes hearing the BS they put out.
Yeah, he picked them.
Yeah, and I'm not going to play the games anymore.
The ones that
If they bash me on their channels, then so be it. Don't send me it. I don't want to read it. I don't want to watch it. I don't care. I'm going to continue on doing what I do on my channel, no matter what. Other creators, if they get mad because I'm taking up for Donna Candace, I don't care. I really don't care if they get mad or not. So, you know, I am for innocent until proven guilty. And I really believe that these parents are broken, they are hurt, they are at their last straw, and by people coming at them, it's not good. It's not good.
Daisy, how old is the guy? Is he 25?
Who?
Billy Joe
I don't
Dykes.
know. That I don't know.
I think he's older than Marlena.
How
I
old's
don't know.
Marlene?
I don't know how old she is.
I don't know. That would be something you could ask Candus. I don't know. But I wonder if TBI has searched for him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not against him, Jules. I'm not. I mean, he's done some good stuff.
Have
I
you
just
watched
don't want
Trevor's
him.
videos, Daisy?
I have not, but I do know that I haven't. But I'm I'm all for what he does and everything. But I just I don't want that over here. I don't want people being mean or
Right.
disrespecting the Wells. I just ain't gonna put up with it. They've been through it.
He does Summer and Gabby.
He does Gabby Bettino too.
Yeah.
I thought I seen him do Michael too. Michael Vaughn. which is great. I
Fathers
don't
and
know if he's
daughters
talked
have
to Brandy
fathers and daughters have a special
or not, but
relationship.
I'm sure Brandy would talk to him. Where'd Christine go?
She didn't like what I said, I guess. The fathers
No,
and
she
daughters
got
have a
booted, I
special
think.
relationship. They do. They do.
So, you know,
Mothers and sons have a special relationship. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Don't ask me. Go back to Genesis. And don't forget about Seth, by the way.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't know where
good
Christine
point.
went. Hang on, guys.
Rose of
Well,
Shannon.
people,
That's a good point.
had Cain and Abel, and we know that Cain killed Abel, but they also had a third son, and his name was Seth.
People do hurt themselves or commit suicide over what people say on YouTube. It gets to them so bad. I can't get to that point because
Yeah, I mean,
all the hate I
that.
have inside of me for Jason, I could have done hurt myself a long time ago if I was suicidal.
Oh my gosh.
I will tell you all this. I'm not going to tolerate people
You're not
bashing
allowed to
Don
say
and
that
Candace
word on YouTube,
in the chat. I'm just not.
Robin. You can't
Hang
say
on
that
just a
word on
second,
YouTube.
y'all. I got a text.
I'm
For
moderating
just
this
a
thing
second.
from up here.
I don't know where
Robin, you can't
Christine
say
went.
that word on YouTube because of all the bashing and because of
What is
teenagers
it?
and bullying and
Summer does love her
cyberbullying and all that
parents.
stuff.
Summer
So
absolutely
therefore,
would not
you can't say that anymore.
would not want nobody attacking her parents. She loved her parents. She loved her mommy. She loved her daddy. Them boys love their mommy and daddy. They love their parents. Oh, wait. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Sorry. But yeah, nobody should feel like they need to do that. I don't care what they've done. They deserve to stay. I don't know what he's talking about. Hey Hash Brown. Hey Hash Brown. God is the judge's file. God's the only one that knows what happened to Summer that day. And I believe God led us to Don and Candace. I believe it with all my heart. I never had even talked to Don before or Candace, but I felt like that they were led here by us. And I've always felt guilty about thinking that they were not innocent. God has always put it on my heart about that. So, hang on, y'all. Hang on, I got getting a text there. People as being suicidal was speaking onto
I could
that.
do a little. I could teach a little bit.
You want to come up
Spanish
here,
before I learn
Trevor? You can come up here. I'll allow you to talk if you want to. I just ask that you do be respectful to Don and Candace because,
We all been there. We all we all been there to where
Oh, I know.
I mean, first time I ever talked to Don, my first question to Don was, "Where the hell is Summer?" I
yeah,
wasn't
and
a nice
just
person, but he keeps talking to me.
right, and just
No, don't you start with
just
me.
to and just to I mean, you
Want to
know
talk
what kind
about
of
the
pain
problem? I'll
that
talk
Candace
about
and
the
Don are
problem.
going
I'm
through.
not
You've
talking
been
about
there,
the people.
Robin. You know that they've
Yeah.
been through horrific pain.
YouTube being a lot
Could you
nicer if they'd listen
imagine
to me.
that and then having people attack you where you can't even go out to a store and shop without somebody saying mean, hateful things? Somebody going to your work and getting you um, fired from your work? You
No
know?
one, they didn't back then when my daughter was took. We didn't have social media, so
Excuse me, please.
I
I'll
think
be
my
right back.
daughter's group was made in 2018.
Some R&R restroom.
Hang on just a second, y'all. I'm getting a text. Um,
But it's the not knowing, okay? Because, see, my daughter was found in a shallow grave. So
yeah,
Summer
Robert.
hasn't been found. And Mike Monkey hasn't been found.
No,
And
Monkey's not.
I,
We're still waiting on the results of the DNA back on Monkey, you guys. I think
I'm,
they found biological evidence and they sent it out to be identified. I think that's what they're waiting on is the biological evidence on Monkey's case. And you guys know, I mean, anybody that's been here with me know I've been a Brandy supporter through it all. Just like with Don and Candace, I've supported Brandy through it all. And when people were picking on Brandy because she had a breakdown at one time and somebody recorded her behind her back and then posted it out on social media so she could be horrifically attacked. We were still over here supporting Brandy until the day they find Monkey, one way or the other. We're going to always keep his little face out here. Same with Harmony Montgomery. We're going to keep her little face out here, even though we know she's deceased and she probably won't ever be found. We're going to still keep her little face out here. We don't know if Little Monkey's been deceased or not because they still haven't come back with the DNA evidence yet. But they seem pretty confident that it don't look good. I really believe they found some biological evidence that there had been human remains there, and so we're going to continue on supporting Brandy. We're going to continue on supporting um, uh, Robin. We're going to continue on supporting Don and Candace. And for anybody that's not familiar with Robin's daughter, her daughter was brutally murdered by the neighbor boy and R and RSO'd and horrifically murdered. How many years ago was it when your daughter was murdered? She was
28.
5. She was 5 years old. She went outside to play with her friend, and her friend's stepbrother did it.
Mm-hmm.
Her friend's stepbrother brutally murdered her daughter, and she was missing for 24 hours
Yeah.
until they found her the next day in an abandoned grave, a shallow grave.
A shallow grave inside of a garbage bag with one sock on.
And an axe in her head, you guys. That's how brutal it was.
And I'm still going to court in June.
Yeah.
They still haven't completely sentenced him.
Like she's still struggling for him to stay in jail. And she was 5 years old. Nicole was. And he was a vicious, vicious person that Robin didn't know was like that. Did you, Robin?
No, I didn't. I never saw that. And I like you said in your thumbnail, what if someone followed Summer or Candace? You know how Summer, because I wondered the same thing. After you said that, I wondered how long did Jason watch my daughter? How long was he thinking these thoughts of my child? I mean, she went there every day and it was only across the street. So, you never know. It could be your family, it could be your neighbor, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be you don't know. So that's why I said Candace and Brandy have the not knowing sense, and it's hurting everyone.
I did not know that, Molly, but if I had to guess, it was Vestas. I guarantee you it was Vestas that did that if he used my picture. Or one of these trolling channels. I guarantee it, but it wasn't me. I guarantee you that. I've been sick. Yeah, I guarantee it. It's probably either Vestige or one of these troll channels.
Right.
That did it. Miss 120 Acres. Tell
Yes,
Kurt
you're right.
Rodney
It
that
takes
that's
seconds.
not me.
It takes
Yeah, it
one
only takes
second.
seconds. Yeah.
Right?
And Robin didn't even know. She didn't even know that this guy was a brutally horrific person. Like,
Look at Monkey's case. I mean, how close was these people living to Brandy?
thank you, JJ. I did, Julie. I did. You only P-bomb your sister. I know. No, it's one of these a troll. If I had to guess, it's Vestiges. Because he does that all the time. He's not been back over here since I called him out. If not, it's a troll channel that's doing it.
Miss Daisy's
Probably.
mean.
I don't know where Christine went. She went off on me. We
But
knew
you
it
know
was
what?
not you, Daisy. We just wanted you to be aware. Thank you, 120 Acres. Thank you,
You know
Molly.
what I plan on doing without their knowledge? If I can, I'm taking my phone in the courtroom and I'm gonna put my phone on my live
Molly.
on my Facebook.
Could be Molly. Do what, Robin?
I said I'm gonna put my phone on live on my Facebook when I'm in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just gonna be sitting there. Nobody's gonna see anybody because I'm not gonna wave it around. It's just gonna sit there next to me.
That'll be fine, but how are you going to get
Can
it?
you tell the people that's not aware of your case of what he did to get your daughter to go with him?
He gave her 2 dimes.
What?
Told her to go to the store, the candy store, which was across the street from where he lived, where the abandoned house was, same area where I live, to go get 2 pieces of candy and come back and share with him.
Everybody be going to
court with their
phone, recording everything.
At that time, she got 4 because she got 4 coconut logs for 20 cents.
Excuse me.
But that's
Oh.
how he got her.
And I do know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
So he lured her into that basement of that house.
Go try it. If you don't
And
go to the courthouse and try
then
it.
he got her down there and brutally did what he had to, did what he did to
What do you
her.
think your phone's made out
And
of? Metal components.
everything. Sherry's just rambling on over here.
I
And
can't stand it when I know something.
it's just horrific. And you could give Candace a lot of advice on how to handle it. I know she has to take it day by day because you have your good days and your bad days, just when, like with my parents, since they've been gone, I have my good days and I have my bad days. I couldn't imagine a child. I mean, every day would be horrific. I don't see how some parents make it through every day. I just don't.
It's
My
not easy.
prayers
Robin
is prayers for every
Yes, thank you, Trevor.
person who's ever lost a parent or a child. Losing a parent, we expect that to happen one day, and I feel like God gets us prepared for that. But to lose a child in such a horrific way and then never be able to know what really happened to your child is even worse, to not know what happened. That's
When he was being interrogated, and I didn't know this until May, I did an interview with Fox News via Zoom in May, and
Excuse me for laughing.
I didn't know that he said this, but the detective asked him, you hit her, and then you did it again, and you did it again, but why? And he said, because I wanted to.
See, that's cold. That's cold. And tell him about what he did to animals before he did that.
Oh, he got caught feeding a kitten to a pit bull.
No.
And where he took my daughter in an abandoned house in the basement, there were animal skeleton remains of animals, squirrels and rabbits and cats and a puppy.
that he had done that to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a serial killer. He would have turned
He
out to
was
be.
what he would have turned out to be.
Yes, a loss of a sibling. I've lost my sister. I know exactly what you're saying, Julesy. To lose a sibling is horrible,
I lost
especially
two
in a tragic
children.
way.
And right now I'm
Me
going
too,
through it
Trevor.
because
Me
right
too.
now I'm going through it because I lost Nick in March, so March is soon to be coming, and I'm just now putting his pictures up on my Facebook, and Prayer Garden made a beautiful picture of him and Jesus.
Yeah. Elsma says that's what they say. Killers start out with animals. Yep.
Yep.
Yes. Well, yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer. He's a classic kind.
But
I
yes,
know
I'm
that,
gonna
but I'm the
I'm
same way.
gonna I'm gonna keep Daisy and Jinkies, and I'm gonna keep y'all posted on what happens in court.
Oh yeah,
But
no
let's
doubt
go
about
back
that.
to talking about Summer, because I'm
Yeah. Let me see where Christine went. Is she? But yeah, that's why I say. I mean, a lot of people don't know that stuff can happen, but it can happen really, really quickly, and kids can get abducted. Yes, especially if there was a pervert hanging around up there on that hill, and what, or even coming up there and been eyeing her out, like Candace. I'm sure with her what she said about that Dudley guy looking at Summer in that way, that makes me believe that she was a very cautious mom when it come to her being around certain people. Um, but she probably didn't. The back of that house. I mean, I could see it happen. Listen, that's how much of a helicopter mom I am. I never let my girls outside by themselves because of what happened to me. They never got to go out in the yard and play or anything because I was afraid of that same thing what happened to Summer would happen to them, because this stuff happens, guys. It happens, you know?
my daughter's group is We Are Nicole's Voice on Facebook. You have
I've
to
lost
ask.
siblings. I'm 63 and I'm very lonely. Oh, Joyce. Well, you can be our family over here, Miss Joyce. Don't be lonely. You can hang out with us over here on the farm. We have crazy Sherry Springer days. We have a lot of things. You can be our family over
I'm
here.
sorry, Joyce.
We're sorry about that. There is a lot of people who are lonely, you all. A lot of people. A lot of people who have been victims of SA. A lot of people who has been victims of abuse, physical, emotional abuse. I mean, I think we all come together as a community because of some similarities that's happened to us. And I am like Trevor. When I think anybody that would hurt a child is horrific, and that's why I'm so strongly after the human traffickers. Like, that's why we talk about it so much, because every day our children are being abused by these people that wants to have fun because they're rich and they can afford to pay for a child, and they're so sick that they'll do anything to hurt a child. These rich elites that we've talked about. I don't want to go back down that rabbit hole, but I do want to keep that awareness out there that does and can happen. Um, and so I do
There's a
want to say,
13
go ahead.
there's a 13-year-old missing from where I'm from.
Yeah, there was a 7-year-old missing in Bristol. I don't know if they found the 7-year-old or not, but I know there was a 7-year-old missing in Bristol, which is right up from Kingsport. Bristol, Johnson City, and um,
I
Kingsport
love
are
Bristol.
all there in that same area. I
I
know
love
you love
Bristol.
the.
I love
She loves
Bristol.
her some. Sherry done went to the. What was it? She went there in Bristol.
The casino.
Trevor said he's
They
been
found them,
found.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I won $1,600 plus some more tickets.
She went there and gambled. Sure he did.
I know how
Won
to do it.
$1,600.
Yeah,
Thank
I've
you.
got the
Love your
receipts. I mean,
channel.
I
I
have
love
the
Summer so
pictures.
much. I pray for her
Proof.
every day, just like many others do. I do too, y'all. I do too. And
But I gotta pay all my
I'll be honest
taxes
with
for
you, little
that.
baby Quentin's case broke my heart.
Me too.
I mean, it really did. It broke my heart into pieces because for some reason, and I knew that girl had hurt that baby.
Do
I
you
could see
know her
it.
mother took up a
A GoFundMe.
no, took up a bunch of files that Leilani had that she wrote?
Yeah, yeah, a notebook. I'm curious to see if she wrote anything in there.
I know.
And for them to want her dental records, that even makes it worse. Because I don't know if you all know, but I used to have a coworker that got in trouble for her 6-week-old baby. Her and her husband had shaken baby syndrome, and it had bite marks on it. She brought the pictures to work and claimed that she didn't know what happened to the baby, but you could clearly see bite marks on that baby, and they sent it off for forensics and said it was adult bite marks. There was a bite mark on the baby's arm and a bite mark on the baby's leg. Yeah, and it had bruises and tears in places that it shouldn't have been in those areas. Yeah. It
What?
shocked me. I went from loving her as a person to like
You
not even wanting to associate
had a friend at time. I'm sorry. How
because
long?
of that. That was a horrific case.
My
And
daughter's friend, which was Jason's stepsister, I wasn't aware that she wasn't there, but he was aware. And this happened in 1994.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And I'm still fighting. He was
Uh-oh, I'm
16.
blinking. Got to charge. Got to charge.
Yeah. So this stuff can happen. Every day it can happen. And so you just got to we just got to keep praying that God will work on Summer's case. We got to
I
keep
do.
praying
I
that
do every night.
and we got to
And all the
we
missing
got to
children and
we
people
can't
in
run
this
these parents
world.
over the edge, y'all. I
Somebody
mean,
missing is worse than
it's
knowing really what
horrific.
happened. I think, in my
They
opinion, the
did. They
anxiety
found
just
baby
kill
Quentin
me.
eczema.
The anxiety would
They
kill me
found him
not
actually.
knowing. Not knowing. I could handle it if
They
I knew.
reported she had dental work
I
done.
could learn to
I
cope.
wonder if
I
they
wouldn't
want
get
to
over
find
it.
out
You
what
don't
kind
ever
of
get
medicine
over it. You
she
learn
was
to
given.
cope.
Could have been Helen.
Yeah, you listen to
I think
Cindy
maybe she
Sherry. She's
hit the
smart.
baby. I think she was vicious towards that baby. I could, for some reason, I felt that she reminded me of Evelyn Boswell.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something, Miss Daisy. Now listen, this
What's
is
in that
one
cup,
way you can
Sherry?
tell a shady character. Just
Mm-hmm.
like Kohlberger and just like Leilani, okay? When you look at them, you can see the
Wow,
white
Zima.
under their eye, called the sclera. I know you know that, but
Mm-hmm.
under the eye, you can see that underneath their eye. I mean their iris. You can see that underneath there, and it's like that is a thing you're supposed to watch out for. Is people that have when they look at you, they've got the white of their eye showing at the bottom.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Right. Right.
But
Trevor,
don't
I
ask
will
me to
unblock your other thing. Um, when I get off the live, I will. I mean,
go look, and I
I'm all
promise you,
for being
go
children's
look. It's
advocate, but
true.
what is it?
It's true.
Yeah, the eyes will tell, always tell evil. The dark eyes, I could just feel it radiating off of Leilani.
Fish
Not so
eyes,
much Billy Joe.
fish
Now, Billy
eyes,
Joe, I do
dead
kind of feel
eyes.
sorry for Billy Joe
I'm
because
talking about underneath
she
the
was
iris. You
devastated,
see the
y'all.
white of the eye
But what I
on these
don't
people.
understand about Billy
They are
Joe
weird.
is
You
if
see
is
somebody
that
like that,
Billy
and get
Joe
your husband
went out and
next to you
partied
in
with
bed
her. I
tonight,
know she might have
and
been
you look
going out
over and see the white
and
of his
partying
eyes
with her
underneath. Get
because
the hell out of bed
to try to get
and
information
run.
from her. But it really made her and Leilani look bad when they went out and partied right after they were out when they were
They go
out
for
there
you guys.
in the landfill searching for this baby. Leilani and Billy Joe was out there drinking it up and having a good old time. So that right there got me. That made them look really, 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 really bad.
Nicole's friend that she used to play with is now deceased of an overdose of fentanyl.
Do you think she might have saw what happened to Nicole?
No, she wasn't there.
Did she
Jason
find out?
knew. Yeah, she found out, and she was with me every time I went to Michigan to rally.
Mm-hmm.
She turned out to be a beautiful woman. She has kids too, but
You know that had to
someone laced
bother her.
someone laced her marijuana with fentanyl, and she overdosed.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
she was the same. She was a year, not even a year older than
Patient
Nicole.
D. I bet it bothered her that her brother done that. It makes you wonder what he did to her. Did they ever check her to see if he had hurt her?
Actually, he didn't never do anything to Nikki, but he did try to mess around with his own sister.
It is a sad thing, Trevor. I've had a friend overdose. Actually, I told her exactly how she was going to overdose. I told her mom would find her, and she was like, "That would be awful," and that's what happened. I'm not like, I told her because she was so out of it one night. I was like, and I guess that's why I told her. I said, "What would you do if your mom found you passed away?" And she got quiet and she said that would be awful. And a couple months later, she overdosed at home and her mom found her and they tried to do CPR, but she had already passed away from a drug overdose. It's sad. I wished I could have saved her, but she wouldn't listen to me. They don't listen, just like Amanda wouldn't listen to me when I told her that, if she kept playing with the devil, that he was going to take her life. And that's exactly what happened. He took her life. Um, yeah, they're lacing fentanyl with. It's not the fentanyl that you get from the hospital. It's a different kind of fentanyl. It's a high potent fentanyl, and they're lacing it in marijuana and stuff. Narcan, yeah, Narcan can reverse it, but only to so much. Like I don't know how Narcan works with the new fentanyl. I have administered Narcan before to my patients. I have. And let me tell you something, I've pissed them off really bad. If you want to piss somebody off really bad, you give them Narcan and take their buzz or their high away, they get mad. But you got to
I
do it to
have
save their life.
I have some of that because I'm on all kind of
I know,
medicine, and
50. It's horrible. People are dying left and right from that fentanyl.
fentanyl ain't nothing to play with now. Grady goes after all kind of people here. Grady's good. He's an excellent sheriff.
Is the fentanyl it's an elephant tranquilizer? Is that what it is? Because I've not done a lot of research on it, on the fentanyl. I have administered the fentanyl patches that they give to chronic pain people, but this new stuff, no, I don't know much about it.
I know about I call it fentanyl.
I don't know much about the new fentanyl.
I had to wear those.
But
I
sometimes it
don't
takes so
think
much
people
Narcan to
even knew that she
doesn't always work.
overdosed
Right,
until
Helen? That's what I was
it was
thinking.
already done.
No opioids. No.
They literally have to put them on a ventilator if they don't, if the Narcan don't work because it literally stops their respiration. So the vent has to breathe for them until the opiates or whatever that is that they take. Um, Fentanyl would be an opiate, wears off. Y'all, I could tell you some stories. I could tell you some stories about all that stuff. I've dealt with drug addiction in my career for a long time, and it is bad. Miss Daisy, it's carafentanil. That's elephant tranquilizer. Is that the new fentanyl? Yeah, Durgistic patches is what I gave. They kept
It's a
falling off. I
synthetic.
had
It's a
the kid
synthetic
and
opioid.
was like, no, no, no. Oh, yeah, you don't want to leave that.
It's a.
Definitely don't want to leave that patch laying anywhere.
It's a. Okay. It's a synthetic.
Also, a new drug called
It's
Frankenstein
extremely much
is
more
just as
powerful than
deadly.
meth.
Oh, yeah, I believe they're
So
putting
they
them out
mix
here
it
to get rid of
so you get
people.
like
I
a
really
pill
do.
or a drip or
I
something.
think they know the
Instead of just like
weaknesses
if
of
you
these
touch
people
it,
that's
I'm
on
telling you,
drugs.
if you
And
touch
I
it,
think
it
that
gets
they
to the
are
nerve cords of your skin.
putting it out here on
Research
purpose.
it. I don't
That's
do
my
this stuff
opinion.
unless I've already done my
It has
homework.
saved so many lives, though,
I do
Julesy.
my
It
homework.
has, especially if you're a healthcare worker and you walk into a room and a patient is unconscious from overdosing themselves. You have to do what you have to do to save their life. And it's a hard thing to
Most
do,
of
but
the
you got to
other
do it.
places are accidental because they were not
Daisy, find out what channel and day
they were not
day a fake
forewarned.
hang on is seen of yours. Do what now? Live?
People are buying what they think are
A lot of it
paying.
comes from Mexico. Well, yeah, they're letting it come across the border.
They are
And
fentanyl.
and not only are
pills.
since they've been opening the border up, if we had more of a drug epidemic, but we've had a bigger human trafficking epidemic. Those little children are being brought across the border by strangers. They are literally leaving them in a desert and in swamps to die by themselves. They're human trafficking these children.
Go round
It's
up about 6
horrible.
kids and sell them. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding you about this.
You think so, Julesy?
I know so.
It's sad. It is sad. Drug addiction is a very, very sad disease, and it is considered a disease. It is an addiction and it is a disease. And it's a lifelong addiction. It's not something you just get over and walk on. You deal with it every day of your life.
I thank God I've never been on any of that kind of crap
And
or even wanted
lost
to
my
try it.
daughter 43 weeks ago, fentanyl to meth. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Seriously. I'm sorry about that. I am so sorry.
That is true. That is true.
And I want to say kudos to anybody that has had an addiction and has got better from their addiction. You keep hanging on to God and you keep holding on to every day of your life. God's the only one that can help us, and God can help anybody get through that, you know. Yes, addiction affects the whole family, not just that
Yep.
person. Probably the
Yep.
family more than anybody.
But when he found that
Yep. Because my son told me he wanted me to get off of all my pills and get on medical marijuana. I'm like, no,
so
no,
Life's a
because
dance, Shay Rambles. We love her.
I have to pay for that. I'm not paying for medical marijuana.
well, never mind, Sherry.
My son's been clean for 11 years and I'm not bragging. I'm just proud. You got to be proud of that. You can brag about that. You brag about it, sister. That's
I've
something to
been,
be very, very, very. And there is not one person that has not got a family member that has not been affected by drug abuse. I think all of us has had a family member or someone close to us that has been affected by drug abuse, and our heart has been broken from it. I
that's
know.
good, Kiki. I've been sober for 7 years.
Pray to God to take my life. Please take me. I was that miserable. Please. He would not take me.
I'm
I got in a
sorry.
lot of trouble drinking and driving, and
You know, my stepdaughter was on it years ago when my grandson was a baby. And, we had to step in and do what we had to do to keep him safe and take him. But now that, my grandson is older and his mommy is better and she's recovery and she's working, I absolutely let him and her be a part of each other's life. I embrace that. I don't want to hurt her. I would never wanted to hurt her. I always just wanted to keep her son safe. And, I raised him and now she'll come and get him. She takes him on vacations. She takes him out. She buys him all kinds of stuff. She took him to Pigeon Forge a couple weeks back, spent the weekend with him. That's good for her and good for him. And that's what I ultimately wanted. I could have said, no, you're this and you've done that and you've done this and you've done that, but I would only be hurting him and her. And I did not want that. And actually I feel like that helps her with her recovery now that she can have both of her children back into her life and be with both of her children. And maybe that will help her more to stay focused and stay clean because she has a reason to stay clean now. And I will never take that from her as long as she does good. Kiki says, I raised my grandchildren for 10.5 years. I still have partial custody. That's my son. Got his own business, his children back in their own home. And that's our ultimately goal, y'all. And I told my stepdaughter, I was like, we're not going to be here forever. And he's got to have you. He's got to have you because he's not going to have us because we're older. She's young. He's 15 now. And we've got him set up if something happens to me and my husband. He's getting our farmhouse here. So he's going to be set for life either way. But with him having his mom, too, is a plus and a bonus. In case something was to ever happen to us, he would have her to fall back on. Street drugs are not the same animal they were 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I'm recovering from my daughter all the way. I'll never go back. Amen. Seriously.
Me
Amen.
either.
Good for you.
Good.
And when
Me
you see
either.
somebody, go
I
ahead.
was a drunk. I was a drunk. I couldn't drink enough. I drank until I passed out.
And if
From
you see
18,
somebody, right, go ahead.
from 18 till 7 years ago.
Right. If you see somebody out here tweaking and on drugs, don't laugh at them. Pray for them because 9 chances out of 10, they don't have anybody to pray for them. So say a prayer for them because everybody needs somebody to pray for them. Right?
Correct.
I want my daughter to get it together for her babies. They need her. Just keep praying, Selah. That's all you can do. It's just keep praying. That's all. That's all y'all can. That's all they can do.
That's
But
like this
guys, go
last
ahead.
shooting out here. I got to him before the
Right,
police
right.
even arrived in the apartment complex. I got to him and I laid hands on him. My phone, the police was trying to talk to me on my phone. I put my phone down and I just
Mhm.
prayed over this boy and
Mhm.
prayed so hard that I got his
Yeah,
soul saved.
That's good.
that's good. That's all we can do is pray for him. He was in recovery too, but he went back and I wouldn't. So Izzy and moved up to my hometown knew I'd get the call about her daddy, but we've only been gone. Yeah, you kind of get that feeling that something's going to happen. Like I did with Amanda, I had that feeling like something is going to happen to her, but she would not listen to me. She would not listen. It's almost like, I don't know, God warning us like to tell them to straighten up, you know. Jay said to anyone in chat, congrats on your sobriety. Soberty. And if you're not sober, it's never too late. Remember, there's people who love you. Amen, JJ.
I was a
Amen.
I was a I was drinking and smoking marijuana before my daughter was took. I'm telling you, I was a druggie. I was into marijuana
Oh, I wasn't. Nah.
and drinking. So,
No.
but when I had to go to the doctors and wait for results on my liver, that's when I quit because I didn't know.
Right. Right. Absolutely. But that's all you can do. Um, but guys, I've been on here for almost 3 hours, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live for tonight.
Thank you so much, Miss Daisy.
Why are you sleepy?
No, I'm just aggravating you as usual.
Oh, okay, Sherry, you're fine, honey.
You
Oh,
know,
wait, here comes Christine. I don't know if she wants to continue talking about it or she can
well,
come back up.
if
I
Christine
had to
wants to
charge
come
my
back
phone,
up,
she
let
said.
her come back up.
But I do want you all to definitely keep Don and Candace in your prayers, and definitely keep Robin in your prayers, keep Brandy in your prayers, keep everybody out here struggling with drug addiction in your prayers, keep Summer, Monkey, all these little kids. Keep our YouTube creators in your prayers, guys, because they're there's Christine.
Oh,
Let's see
I
if
don't even watch
Hey.
anyone. I actually
Hey,
stopped
Christine.
watching Don B because
Hey, Christine, we missed you.
Hey, Christine, what are you doing?
my phone kicked me off. I got like probably 3%.
Oh no.
I know, I didn't even notice it. But this
Do you
COVID is
want to?
killing me.
No, it's bad. It's really bad. Do you
It
want to
is.
continue talking tonight about summer? Or do you want to come back and maybe do another one tomorrow? Since
We could come back tomorrow and do another one. Everybody else is live now, so
yeah, that's what I was saying. I was wanting to go
Yeah,
ahead and
Daisy, you better get off here so you go snooping.
Sherry, I'll see you over in somebody's
Don't you
chat
even pretend like I
with
don't
your
know
red
you.
lipstick on and
Don't
your
pretend like I don't
Janis
know you.
Joplin
Snoop, 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 snoop,
sunglasses.
snoop, snoop.
But I do want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. If y'all have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button that helps my channel grow.
Snoopy.
Hit that like button that keeps the algorithm going. And say a prayer for Sherry over here because she's a Sherry Springer.
the wildest woman in YouTube.
She's the wildest woman on YouTube. And I've
And same
got
prayer
proof
for
of that.
Robin.
Yes.
Sherry's got a pretty smile. She
She's
does.
a beautiful woman. Sherry is.
That's why she's so wild, because she knows it.
She's the
Thank you.
wildest woman
She's
on
sexy and she
YouTube.
knows it.
Yes.
I do not know it. Keep on. I like.
I
Let's
don't
hear
know
some
it.
more. I like it. Come
Bye,
on.
everybody. Love
Come
you.
on.
Love you
Night.
guys. You all
I love it.
see you tomorrow. Please keep Dawn and Candace in
Please.
prayers, guys.
I'm needy. I'm so
Keep baby
insecure.
Summer.
Please, come on.
Yes, Sherry. Bye, Robin. Bye, Sherry. Thank you all for coming up. Thank you, all my moms. You're awesome. For taking care of the chat for me. Please join me tomorrow night.
Good night, Captain.
Love you guys, whether you agree with me or don't agree. That's okay. Really, guys, take care. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. And God bless. And don't forget about these little babies. Good night.